I'm getting pinged by people. Hey.
Alright, let's get the stream up and ready. Y'all ready to start it off? Let me just ping with it.
I'm ready when you are.
I'll probably need to get Discord, like the Discord call overlaid over CSGO before we start, so.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah?
Icepack might be DMing you about the server controls.
Okay. He hasn't sent me anything yet.
We'll see. He just DM'd me.
What's the holdup?
I don't know.
Hold on. Alright, we should be good.
Alright. Gotta give the countdown.
Alright, let me just ping with the stream real quick.
I was gonna say, if you had like a black overlay, that would be like amazing.
Yep.
I can just
do
overlay
it from
the,
10. Do the countdown from 10, okay?
Alright,
and you need to put some energy into it.
I can just overlay the call, like just the call itself, and then put it back down whenever the game starts.
If you want to, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be better actually.
Okay, alright.
Alright. I pinged with it.
We're already live then.
Alright then. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're live!
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Definitive Networks community alike, I welcome you to the first inaugural Definitive Networks CvR Officer Corps CSGO Smackdown Tournament. My name is Mint Julep. I'm joined by Muertos, Joe, and Kenny McCormick. Today, we've got a lineup of officers from both sides of the Rebel and Combine conflict here to show who's boss in a combative and brutal CSGO tournament today. What's going on, people? What do we see? What do we expect?
You know, Mint, this is, as you said, one of the first of its kind, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see. This is taking outside of the element of CVR and pitting them in almost a very confined TDM-esque style with search and destroy. So I think it's going to be interesting. One of the big things I've heard a lot of people talk about with this match is just the composition of the teams itself is phenomenal. We've got Gravy Boat on the Resistance, you've got Thunder on the Combine. It's just going to be an amazing event to watch, and I can't wait to watch it with the rest of the people here. So, I guess the first thing, kind of want to talk about these teams a little bit, Mint. Who do you think's going to be the one to really take it home and almost kind of steamroll this competition?
Before we talk that, why don't we go through the lineup?
Of course.
Good idea.
Betcha. So we'll kind of talk about the Resistance lineup first. We've got Mr. Bob, otherwise known as the Great Engineer Major. We've got none other than the Jew man himself, Gravy Boat. We've got the Heavy CO Hong Kong, the White Battalion Colonel Maple, and then finally we have the LA Assassin Ace, cleaning up the Resistance lineup. Now, they do have a substitute in the event that there needs to be a substitute, and that is going to be Mr. Bobson, who will be filling in the event that they do need a substitute. Now, for the Combine, we've got Mr. Joker, Monolith, Sandstorm, Thunder, and Ice Pack. Now for this competition, we do have Ice Pack being substituted in for Mr. Mordekaiser, who is a Mace CO. So we're going to kind of see how the Combine team is able to sort of adapt to that. It was a really last minute change, so that can either mean a good thing or a bad thing, depends on if they got some practice in with another. So that's kind of the look at the teams here. What do you kind of make of that? Who do you kind of think has the better composition here going into the event?
Now, I am a gambling man, and I gotta say, while some people may place some stock into the alleged skill of many of the Rebel competitors, I gotta say, the Combine team is full of wild cards. You have some members in there who have shown themselves to be very good at the game, but you also have others whose skill may not be as proven to the community as a whole. We don't know if they're going to be really good or not, and I'm willing to bet on that fact. You need something who's going to shake up the game, something unpredictable, and that's what I'm thinking is going to be able to pull them to win this game.
I see. That sort of pocket ace, you'd say, if this was a poker match. It's going to be interesting to watch. Now, one of the first things we want to get into as well is look at some of our sponsors. Mint, I believe you've got the first sponsor today?
Yes, today's first sponsor, the CvR CSGO game today, is sponsored by none other than Crayola. Crayola has been fueling the bodies of the toughest sons of bitches in the Resistance since 2018. I could be wrong on that date. It could have been 2017. I don't know. I'm a new guy. I'm too busy hopped up munching on their fine, delectable wax crayons. Need something for the kids? Coloring book and Crayola crayons. Don't get them the off-brand shit. It'll break. It won't come out their clothes. You want them to have a nice snack while you're gone? Who pays for gummies anymore? Let them eat the crayons. Non-toxic. Your kids are going to have a great time, and so will your Marines if you were unlucky enough to have a son to go into the Marine Corps. Crayola, the best sponsor for today's CvR CSGO game.
I think we're just absolutely grateful for Crayola's timeless dedication to not only the Marine Corps, but just the youth of our generation, helping inspire creative ideals and just giving people a chance to put what's in their mind onto a piece of paper or just anything in general. And also for ensuring that our Marines can go overseas and absolutely just decimate the other side. Now, go ahead, Mr. Mint.
I gotta say, creativity is something that's really going to help people in this game. CSGO is not just about landing your hits, it's about making a smart play. Something that the other side might not be able to predict. And I think using that is going to be able to pull somebody the win today. Just saying.
That is true. Now, I do have a question that is coming from the audience, from a Mr. Baghead. And his question is, do you think that these fine keyboard warriors are going to have advantage with their $3,000 Omen computers? Now, I don't know about you, but having the finest setup this side of the Mississippi has been a bit of an advantage for some people. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Mint?
Equipment can only carry a man so far. Let's look back, historically speaking. In wars, the best equipment has not always won people a conflict. The United States entered Vietnam. They had the best equipment and still got their asses kicked. Because no matter how good your frames are, if you're not looking in the direction of your enemy, you're not going to see them, you're not going to hit them. Just saying.
That is a very excellent analysis. Mr. Joe, do you have anything to say about that?
Nothing really to say on that in particular, but I do have one more sponsor I wanted to bring up.
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
I'd like to thank Mr. Helix Commander Icepack for providing the server. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be able to get this going today.
That is true. We do have to thank Mr. Icepack for putting forth the funds to be able to get this competition going. It's going to be, like I said, a very interesting competition. And I for one, think this is going to spawn many, many other events similar to it. So
I certainly hope so.
Well, it looks like, just to kind of give you a fill-in on the behind the scenes, we do have the teams starting to get into their respective channels. It looks like we are missing a couple people from the Resistance side, so once we get them into the comms and everybody gets loaded into the server, we should be able to get this event starting. Now I'm going to go over sort of what the competition is going to look like today. We've got a best of 3 format. The teams have already picked the maps from the prior time when we met and had those technical difficulties. We're going to first start the map on Nuke. After that, we'll go into Mirage, and if there does end up being a Game 3, it'll be done on none other than the iconic Dust 2. So, I've heard from some people, and, you know, opinions are opinions, but a lot of people said that Inferno should have been Map 3, simply due to its just general iconicness when it comes to majors in not only CSGO, only in CSGO, but just in normal competition, in majors. It always seems like the best clips of CSGO come out of Inferno. Do you guys have anything about that, or what do you kind of think?
I think that the set piece that Inferno offers is something of a bygone age of CS, whereas in the past you had more spotlight on what seemed to be these fantastic players who were able to hit chain headshots with their USPs or whatever. What you now see is growing popularity are YouTubers and things of that nature, small-time players, stuff like that, that really seem more achievable to the modern consumer or player for this game. I mean, that's why Nuke is our first map. Everybody's watched Franz J. Everyone wants to be a movement player like him. And I don't see how Inferno would really do anything for us. You're going to be stacking an iconic set piece against players who really can't be stacked up against the clips and stuff that we've seen on that map. I don't know.
Alright, we do have some news coming in from the teams. It looks like Ace overslept, so it looks like Bobson's going to be filling in for the Resistance side. So we'll have Bob, Bobson, Gravy Boat, Hong Kong, and Maple for the Resistance side. So if you want to hack on Ace for oversleeping for such an iconic event like this, you know, feel free to do so. Do so within reason, though. But, you know, leave it to Ace to hit or fall short of the goalposts. Now, we are going to go into another sponsor really quick, as I believe we're going to get this game going here in just a moment. The iconic and revolutionary design that came out of this company for this next sponsor is none other than the Honda Prius. Taking the iconicness of the Honda and the fuel efficiency and environmental friendly of the Prius and combining them together, the Honda Prius is the state-of-the-art next generation electric vehicle that blows Tesla out of the water. I'm talking autonomous driving inputted already, moonroof, customizable horns that you don't have to use a USB stick to load, heated seats in both front and back, spacious trunk space, the whole 9 yards. The Honda Prius is nothing like you've ever seen before. Starting at an MSRP of only, and I mean this, only $23,000. Stop by your local Honda today to test drive the new Honda Prius.
They bring down the price like that.
You know, I think
how
just...
many crayons is that?
How many crayons? That's a good question. I am not too sure.
Now, I have been working on a conversion rate. Thanks to one of my personal hedge funders, he's in the audience right now, actually, a shout out to him. Over the course of the last couple weeks, I have compiled roughly 2,200 something of the finest Crayola crayons, and only at the price of about $50. Does this say that Crayola is inflated currency that the Marines are using? I don't know. I think it speaks to the technological advancement of the company manufacturing them at such a low price for such a fine product. Just to, shout out my sponsor there.
All right. it looks like for this first match, we're gonna have the Rebels starting out on the terrorist side, and the Combine starting out on the counter-terrorist side. Kind of an interesting look there, you know, Rebels being terrorists and Combine being counter-terrorists. Just a little bit of a funny thing. I did see one question in the comments. Screen still black. We are gonna get the screen to the actual game once we get through this kind of setup phase, so please bear with us while we get that. Kenny didn't really prep a nice little background for you guys, so you're just going to be staring at black for the time being, so I do apologize about that. So I guess, do we got any final comments to look at? Any final things before we get into this match that should be starting up here in just a little bit?
What are your predictions for the game?
Ward's gonna do something stupid. That's pretty much a given. I've never seen Ward not do something stupid on Nuke.
Well, in all honesty, I've seen Ward play, and I believe that the Combine team is going to pull through. Aside from, me being a DVL, I believe that it's going to be a good game, but the Combine will eventually pull through.
See, I think it's going to be interesting. I got a chance to sit in and watch Mord play for a little bit, and, his gunplay, you gotta respect the man. His skills from CvR, they seem to transfer over to the game pretty well.
He's quite good at CSGO, but you have to consider the fact he only plays Nuke.
Yes.
I think he's going to do very well in this first game, and then he might fall off in the other ones just because he doesn't play any other map.
Well,
That's the thing. Well, see, what I saw him play a couple days ago. Like I said, his gunplay is very good. He's a good shooter. If he sees ahead, he's going to have a good chance of striking it down. But where he lacks is that game mechanic. Knowing exactly what's the best bomb site to move to, how do you rotate, when should you rotate. I think that's something that, Mord specifically is not going to be able to really capitalize on when it comes to this. I think he's going to be focusing on running and gunning, or just, being a excellent opper, and that's either going to be a positive for him, or it's going to be his ultimate downfall. But like we said, we're going to have to see how it goes if he's able to, take that solo queue style of play and be able to kind of bounce off of the other teammates he's got in the Combine to really just, excel and perform well. So, otherwise, I think another thing that we got to talk about is Gravy Boat. Now, I know a lot of people, when it came to this competition, they put their money on the Rebels because they saw the name Gravy Boat. And I've seen a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of people say that, that may just be too much of a risky play, putting all of your eggs into one basket when it comes to, Gravy Boat. What do you guys kind of think about that?
Well, Gravy Boat
I'm pretty sure he's global elite, is he not?
See, he's actually only a Master Guardian.
Oh,
only. Last I checked. So I believe when it comes to this competition, Gravy Boat, and I want to say it is Sandstorm, are the two Master Guardians on the teams. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to be able to kind of be those IGLs in the competition. But I gotta say, what do you think about Gravy? You think he's gonna exceed the expectations, or do you think he's gonna, falter and not do so well?
I don't think that he's going to rather falter, but he may live up to the expectations, but I don't think it'd be enough to pull the Resistance team through, because seeing the lineup, while Gravy Boat and Bobson may be good in their own right, I don't think that they can pull through enough to carry their other teammates. Now, I'm not discrediting the skill of the other players, like Bob, Hong Kong, or Maple, but I just don't think it'd be enough should the entire team lose that Gravy Boat could pull a rabbit out of his ass and win the game. He may be skilled,
we have Slade in chat saying that if Combine lose, he's going to take out all his anger on Jaden.
Oh, well, I would hope you don't beat your wife, Slade. That's domestic abuse, and that's not a good thing. So, calm your anger if you need to. Maybe go punch it back. Don't punch your wife. That's a night in jail you won't get back. So
yeah.
Now, I do also, when we talked about Gravy a little bit, I want to talk a little bit about the substitute for the Resistance, Mr. Bobson. Very good CS player. I think he may honestly outperform Gravy when it comes to this competition, just by his sheer ability, his play style. I think he's got something that, you know, the Rebels are going to be able to, he's going to be able to kind of maybe take the lead, call out plays, call out those rotations, and make the just general good calls when it comes to the competition. What do you guys kind of think about that?
I think that having Gravy Boat is already a great advantage for the Rebel side, but seeing how Bobson performs, not only in clips, but the occasional little sparring match and previous test runs of the server, he's definitely got some practice, and I think along with Gravy Boat, that might give the Rebels a huge edge. However, in this first match, like we mentioned earlier, Mord plays a lot of Nuke, and I think an early win for the Combine might be enough to boost their morale and beat down the morale of the other team. I think ultimately, the only real winners of this competition are going to be the viewers. I have no doubt that there are going to be plenty of funny moments come out of this, as well as some amazing plays from some of our more skilled players. And who knows, maybe some of our underdogs are going to shine through today.
I do think the underdogs are going to be a fun thing to watch, just to see if they're able to, if they've been practicing on the in the off season for this competition. It's going to be, I think this is just going to be an amazing thing to watch. So, well, I apologize for the delay. I think we're waiting on one more person for the Combine. Looks like there's still only 4 people in, but they are getting some warm-up rounds in until we get started. Like I said, once we're able to get everybody in, we're going to start the round and pretty much get you right into the heat of things.
And that black screen will
be...
Yeah.
Yep, Kenny's going to be running the camera, so if you miss any good shots, you know, blame Kenny. Not our fault. We're simply here to just talk about what we see. So, and we'll be able to kind of tell Kenny if we see any big plays going on. But for the most part, I'm going to try and make this as much of an enjoyable experience for everyone. Hopefully we get some good CS out of this, and hopefully, if you guys want to, you can make some wacky and uncharacteristic frag movies out of this, or memes. There's probably going to be plenty of memes, honestly, at this point, since the community is quite literally known for its memes. So,
I'm trying my best with the camera work. This is my first time really casting a CSGO tournament, so if any mistakes or faults happen, I apologize ahead of time. But for right now, let's just hope for the best. Let's enjoy this game, and you know, let's all come. It's amazing that we could all come together as a community to watch a fun and entertaining tournament. We could bet our money away and ruin the dreams of our future child by stripping away their college funds. But again, let's just come together as a community, set aside our differences, and watch some people play CSGO.
I'm glad you mentioned bets. If you want to speak a little more on how that's going down here, this match is game for the bets that have been placed over the past couple weeks, if I am correct.
Yes, the bets are still in place, meaning that if you bet last week for the teams, then your bets will still, go through should your team win or lose. So no money lost there.
Placed money on one side and they managed to make it through, we're going to see a pretty big payout?
I can't really state for sure, but I will say that there will be a payout of some magnitude.
Of some magnitude?
Yes. That information.
No, you can't give me exact numbers, but do you think that some people are going to walk away from this much richer than they were at first?
I can't really say that. Like I said, a lot of this is put behind closed doors so we can ensure the safety and fairness of our tournament. That way, yeah.
Do we know what the odds of the bets are? Which side's more favored and which side is an underdog? I think that'll be interesting for the viewers to listen to.
I will say now,
just to kind of see who the underdog in this competition is, because we've always seen a good Counter-Strike series. It's always the underdog. When they come in, the odds are stacked against them, but they come out on top. I'm talking mainly about NA's iconic Boston Major run. Grand final up against FaZe. Came in after doing a loser bracket run, knocked out the top team in the world and took home a major title for NA. I think those are, if that's the kind of, miracle run and just underdog run, I think it could be cool just to kind of see it when it goes into this match, who is that underdog. Because some people typically want to root for the underdog, so we got to give people the ability to root for who they want to.
I won't state exact numbers, but I will say right now that the odds are surprisingly even in terms of bets. Right
Interesting.
Now, however, the Combine are down like 7K in terms of people betting, but in general, it's a pretty even slate for people to win and lose money.
That's a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
that is.
In all honesty, when I was taking bets and stealing people's money, just taking bets, it surprised me how many people wanted to bet for the Combine, seeing as, Gravy Boat was on the team. And looking at general trends, seeing that, Gravy Boat's a Rebel team, gotta bet for Rebels, it kind of caught me off guard. But I will say right now that it's good to see. It's good to see. Because, yeah, it really is good to see that people are rooting for the other team.
That is true. Alright, looks like we are still waiting on Joker to get into the server. I believe the staff are working on getting a fix for that, so in the meantime, again, we will get you into the game once we've got everybody into the server. So, otherwise, in the meantime, I guess we'll ask the chat who they think is going to take home today's inaugural event. If you think the Combine are going to take home the gold, post Combine in the chat. If you think the Rebels are going to take home the gold, post Rebels in the chat. We'll kind of see how the chat weighs in favor of each side.
How many viewers do we have currently?
I think right now we've got, looks like 38 or 30. Oh, we just lost 2. We're at 36 now. So we may see a little bit more people trickle in before the match starts, but I kind of like the viewership we got right now. So
let's I'm gonna go ahead and switch the stream to the warm-up match so we can keep people occupied. I know some people are getting tired of the black screen, and for that I apologize, but I was meant to capture the actual Discord call itself, but OBS decided to have a stroke and not really do that, so yeah.
It looks like we've got a pretty even distribution for looks like just the people voting for each side. So anywho, we'll post the question in the chat. Does anybody in the chat have any questions they want to ask of us casters before we ultimately get into this game? We got a couple of questions here. It looks like the first question comes from a Mr. Poppy Mate asking, "What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?"
I will be completely honest here. I believe my favorite flavor of ice cream would be sorbet, the original sorbet, because it's
sorbet isn't a flavor. It's just like a type of frozen treat.
Yeah, that would be like saying your favorite ice cream is gelato. That's very non-specific.
Well, I like all types of ice cream, but
is it down to your enjoyment of the texture rather than the flavor?
I'd say it's more it's more I like the texture of the sorbet ice cream while the flavor comes overall.
All right.
I just like ice cream in general.
What about you, Muertos? Your favorite flavor?
It's a tough one, but I am a sucker for a nice mint chocolate chip.
My man.
Mint chocolate chip. It's in your name, mint. So it's kind of we know, but there's something about that nice minty flavor that's cooled and a nice little bit of a chocolate chip that just in that bite, it's stellar. It reminds me of a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie, which is just amazing. Thin Mints, if you never had them before, I highly suggest you try them out. It's just such a nice cookie, and it goes to help the Girl Scouts do amazing things with their troops.
I gotta say, side note, Samoas are the superior Girl Scout cookie. But
that is
neither here nor there.
Yes.
I personally can't stand mint ice cream. Cookie dough is my favorite.
Cookie dough is respectable.
Choice either, yeah.
That's respectable.
Anyway, moving on. Next question here: who on the Combine side do we think will be at the top of their teams? That's a very good question. I haven't seen any of them play outside of Mord, and as I said earlier, he only plays Nuke, so it's hard to say how he's going to perform on the later maps. Based on the ranks, I'm going to say Sandstorm.
I think, it's going to be interesting to see if, this is Mord being a one-trick on this map and being able to, pull a win out for the Combine, because this is his map. Every time I've seen him queue up, it is, he is playing this game, so... But, I don't know, Kenny and Mint, who do you guys think?
I think this... Go ahead. No, Thank you. For this first round, at least here on Nuke, I think it's going to be between Sandstorm and Mord on the Combine side, on the top of the leaderboard. But, I mean, a lack of practice on other maps means a lack of good game sense. And I think despite outright skill with the guns, a more experienced player is going to pull through and likely sustain a higher KD. So, I'm willing to bet that it would be Sandstorm at the top of the leaderboard for the majority of our time here today, but you never know. Monolith or some of the other COs might be able to surprise us.
What about you, Kenny?
Like before Mint and Joe said, I believe that Mord could be on top of the game during Nuke, but his lack of awareness or practice really on another map my hopes at down low for the later matches, so like what the predictions say, I'm gonna bet on Sandstorm, but who knows, maybe well on the other maps.
I wouldn't bank on Mord's luck.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Alright, moving on to these questions. How did we select the members on each team? We just went through different Discords and found different COs on each side willing to participate. We didn't have like a pick system or anything like that. When are we hosting the CvR Dead by Daylight tournament or cooking contest? If this event goes well, then in the future we'll be looking towards doing more events just like this with different COs. Do you have any anime/manga suggestions? Chainsaw Man is excellent.
Chainsaw Man, yes. I will suggest Chainsaw Man. So,
if you haven't seen the 97 production of the Berserk anime, the only good version of Berserk that was animated, I highly recommend you check it out. It goes from 0 to 100 really fast. It's one season, low commitment, and a perfect hook to get you in on one of the most fantastic manga series as well. So, shameless plug there. I'm a pretty big fan.
Alright, it looks like the countdown is beginning for the first game. We're at about 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. For this first match, it looks like Joker was not able to get in, so Icepack is going to be subbing in for him for this first game. So we're going to hopefully have a good first match, and we'll see how this game goes. I'm believing Joker's going to try and get in for the second match. If not, I believe we do have another substitute that is on standby. So with about 3 minutes left to go, casters, what are our final thoughts before we get into this?
I believe it matters not the winners, but the enjoyment of the fans and the people watching the stream right now. And also, of course, the clicks that we bet, those of us who bet. But again, I hope that people who watch will enjoy and hopefully make new friends, have new experiences, and maybe get into the game themselves. But I wouldn't recommend that. I'm kidding, but still. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's the first of its kind in our community, like what Jill said, and who knows? If this goes well, we can maybe have more experience.
Thank you for the sentiment, but I'm ready to win some fucking money. I think this is going to be a great time. I've got a side bet here going on. This other sponsor of mine says that if the Combine win like I've proposed, he's going to net me $20 worth of crayons for my stockpile. But in the chance that the Rebels pull a win through, I have to buy him $20 worth of Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So, go ahead and set your own side bets with your friends. Gambling is great. Quote me on that.
Gambling is a very fun thing to do. You can make a lot of money. You can also lose a lot of money. So, but no, I think this is as we all said, this is going to be a very, very fun match. You know, I think it's going to spawn a lot of other copycat matches. Kind of just grow outside of the community, give people a chance to, you know, participate in other things outside of, you know, what is typically CVR, and, you know, possibly bring in new people to the community. So it's it is for sure going to be a very, very, very fun and hopefully exciting for everyone match. So we got about a minute left until the competition starts. Again, I'm going to go through a little bit of the final things for today's competition. This is a best of 3 format, so first team that wins 2 maps is going to be our ultimate winner. If we end up going into a sudden death, we'll have a game 3. As you can see, our first map is on Nuke. Our next map is going to be then on Mirage, and then if we end up going to a map 3, it is going to be Dust 2. So it's gonna hopefully be, again, just an exciting and fun time for everyone. If anybody's got any final questions in the chat, with about 25 seconds left to go, feel free to throw them into the chat box and we'll try and answer it really quick before we start.
Clock is at 10, 8,
I think so.
7,
Yep.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right.
Match starting in 3 seconds.
Pineapple on pizza is awful.
Good
If you
luck.
like it, you're a horrible person.
Good luck. And remember, for those of you watching, and I've been kicked out due to an activity.
Nice. What a lovely time.
What
All right,
lovely
well,
time.
that's a fun way to start the event off. So, all right, well, while Kenny tries to reconnect, we're gonna get started.
It's okay. I have the connect on.
We got-
copy paste.
We got terrorists going. Looks like to B site to start.
It's the IP.
No,
We got
it's fine. I changed
a lot of
screens.
terrorists heading to B side. It looks like almost doing a bum rush. More of the Combine sitting in on bomb site. Looks like. Ooh, HK just got diced by Mord.
You have gravy.
Down to a 4v5
side.
situation. Looks like Maple's trying to push vents. Venting, imposter sus. You know, we're gonna have that in here. Gravy looks like he's pushing into bomb sites.
Oh, an
And
amazing
pitching
play
that.
by Ice.
Down to a 5v3 already for the Combine. Ice just got down by Bobson, it looks like. Bobson getting down by Mord. Mord is just deadly with that
Looks like it's a
USPS.
1v3. Gravy Boat's on 19 health. And
Looks like
Combine
Combine take that first match.
Just like predicted with Mord coming in clutch, most eliminations for the first round here on Nuke. We'll see if he can maintain that throughout this match.
Can I
Looks
stay
like
down
Combine
here?
are gonna go for a pretty heavy
No.
buy to start. Looks like Paul's picking up the Negev. A very interesting choice of gun.
It
Looks like we got a couple of
CQ.
CQC items, and looks like Bob's picking up the sawed-off. Maple's got the scout.
Oh shit.
And
it's gonna-
already Maple taking Ice out with said scout.
So we got Paul watching top site. Ooh,
And a triple!
that was insane.
Damn.
A triple with the
P90.
P90.
Be as it may, a low skill weapon, it proves its worth.
when stacked up in a straight line, it just becomes deadly. You've really got nowhere else to move. We're down to Maple and Bob looking to try and make a move out of this. Looks like Maple is going to be pushing up the long side of the outside. He's going to try and peek this corner. It looks like he's going to maybe run into possibly Mord.
It looks like
try and keep that angle held.
We have Sam with his Mord watching A site. Mord taking the kill on Maple.
On 1 health.
1 HP, 1v3.
Try and bait it.
And counter terrorists have won.
Just these first 2 matches, just absolutely insane. Just Mord in that first round with the USP, just absolutely docking people on the head. It's incredible. And it looks like the Rebels are on a pistol round, on an eco round. We're gonna see how well this goes. It's already a very interesting match to start.
HK and Dobson pushing A site.
Looks like Dobson's gonna miss that smoke. Very interesting that the Rebels are all grouping up in one section. You figure you have 3 go one site, 2 go to another site, but again, I think the general expectation is not as what people expect. Gravy getting cornered with the fire. I'm gonna move over to A site. It looks like we got
Maple and Bobson are the only ones alive, and it looks
insane.
And the bomb is left unattended.
For a moment, it looked like they were holding themselves together, but the moment they started splitting up, they got picked off pretty easily.
That is true.
I'm surprised that Incendiary worked on Gravy. Normally when rocks get thrown to Israelis, it doesn't work too well.
That is true. They normally fight back with weapons, so very interesting to see a former IDF soldier out of his element. So, Bobson gonna push in on a bomb site with the shotgun. Gonna try and pick up the bomb.
Ooh.
Takes out Mord. Gonna push in on site, but that's not gonna be enough. That Negev was a very interesting buy, but it's proving to be effective. He's gonna swap out for that M4 now, so looks like the Rebels are gonna have 3 AKs. Gravy's going in on op, and Bob with a questionable SG pick. We're gonna see how well that goes for him. So Paul's still running that Negev. It's gonna be interesting to see just what he can do with that. He's been putting up at least 1 kill so far, but already Mord leading the board with 6 and 1. Closest we got is Bobson. That's 3 and 3. So,
like terrorists are pushing outside.
Hong Kong just absolutely ice by ice.
Looks like they're in a group again. Ooh, Rainbow taking that sick off kill.
Interesting move by Bobson, taking the high box very out of
Thunder
in the open.
Flanking. Oh, it doesn't look like it worked. And I've been kicked out due to an activity again. I don't know.
Already just absolutely stellar. I will say, Kenny, make sure you are kind of flying around a little bit to,
Of course.
So
Yes.
that tends to fix the issue. So we're down to a 3v1. Combine not doing so well, and bomb has been planted for the terrorists. We're gonna see if Paul's able to kind of push in on the bomb site and take out that bomb. It's gonna be interesting. He's got the Negev. Oh,
And it was
Rebels taking the first match, taking their first win. Bobson with the most eliminations that round. Now 6 and 3, almost tied with Mord just after 1 round.
Looks like that full buy paid off.
That full buy did pay off, and now the Combine are running, looks like pistols maybe? Nope. Took a little bit for them to get the buy-in. Ice gonna pick up the op. We're gonna see how well that pairs against Mr. Gravy Boat. Ice is gonna go long, try and get the op kill. He's gonna hopefully try and peek a corner. He's already got the first advantage. I'm gonna kind of peek out just to see. Gravy and Ice are having a Western standoff.
Looks as though
Gonna see how this goes.
camping the inside near bomb site A. Paul and Bobson looks to be in a standoff, or not.
This is just a very, very calm beginning of the round, unlike many others. Smoke going down, HK gonna push up. Bob's gonna get down by Ice. Hong Kong's gonna take down Ice.
That brotherly
op.
vengeance right there. Hong Kong going in for the kill after Ice killed his brother.
That op down is very expensive for the Combine.
Looks as though Bobson and Paul are going to interact with each other. But a very calm and tense round.
Monolith and Comedy holding the outside of bomb site B. Monolith down inside. Paul sitting down on Ace.
Oh.
And Hong Kong's just going to take him down. Hong Kong getting down by Mord though with the pistol. That pistol's deadly. Mord gets down by Bobson. Bobson on bomb site. Also going to go for the smoke. He's going to probably try and get the plane, it looks like. I'm not sure if he's got bomb, actually. Looks like they don't have bomb.
Maple has it coming from vents.
Comedy going on. Oh, and Gravy.
Up from heaven, but Gravy takes it. And the Rebels are going to take another win out from the Combine. This is... I don't want to be too early on things, but this is almost looking like a comeback.
Who knows? Who knows?
That op buy was very expensive from the Combine. They're now sitting on about 3,000. Rebels running 3 AKs and 1 op. Gravy's a little bit deadly. This might be a pistol round. This is going to be an eco round from the Combine. So we're going to see if, you know, we're able to pick up some guns from the other side and make some effective plays with it. But
yeah.
Combine absolutely rushing the outside. They're going to corner in on Hong Kong. But we're going to see if that was even worth it for the Combine. Oh, that was a very risky move from the Combine there.
A very interesting choice by Thunder to take out the silencer from his USP.
They did manage to wipe away some of the Rebels' guns, but Rebels still had a stockpile of weapons in the back, and you know they were able to essentially recoup their losses there. Hong Kong, though, at about $300 for his coffers, so bit of a risky play. We're going to be able to see if he's able to get a couple of kills off and manage to live. So
looks like Mort about to encounter about 5 men.
Ice is still in spawn. We're not sure if he's having any technical issues, but Monolith watching along.
He's on the move.
Mort Benson, sus.
Mint just informed us that he's going to have to take a 15-minute break, so he'll be back shortly.
Yep. Mort taking it very nice and slow. Moving up to the outside of Long. Making sure not to peek his head out. Combine holding the outsides of bomb sites. Rebels moving in unison again. Gonna get that flash down. Hong Kong gonna go for the peek. They do have Comedy there. Comedy's gonna take one with the P90. Gonna drop down. They do know he's there. He's gonna drop into bomb site. Comedy's gonna pick up another kill. Take out Gravy Bow with the op. That is not good for the Rebels. He was their signature opper this past couple of rounds. They're gonna try and make something do. Bobson's gonna see, looks like Monolith coming from the outside to bomb site. Bob's gonna pull back. Maple slowly pushing in with the AK. Bobson does have bomb. Mort sitting in on bomb site, watching towards the entrance.
Monolith looking on top of bomb site.
People maybe seeing him there down in the bottom. Mort, I've been kicked due to inactivity. This is amazing.
I was just kicked for a second.
This is a, you know what? This is stellar production, I'm telling you. Only the finest when it comes to CvR.
Bomb almost planted. Monolith
Combine turned it around for a minute.
Only one alive on Combine. Or not. Counter-terrorists have won the game.
Here we go.
And there I go as well.
You know, in hindsight, as they say, always learning from your past mistakes to make things better. And upping the AFK timer is one of those things.
Yes.
So, starting in the 8th round already, we're going into. So we got Gravy going in on Long with the op. Got a smoke down. Gonna try. Very, very grouped up set of Rebels. Maple pushing in from the top. This is taking the round very nice and slow. Looks like Gravy Boat's getting in some action right now.
Ice Pack on 76 health. Mord.
Or took a bit.
Yeah, they're coming
More
down.
getting down by Gravybo with the op. Gravybo rotating back to where he was, gonna peek that entrance.
Lava pushing up.
And it looks like the Rebels are gonna make a push to bomb site B.
Exciting.
Face some resistance. Bobson's gonna pick up Paul. Bobson's gonna pick up Monolith. 2 for 2. Maple picking up Ice. We're down to Comedy just being the last one left. Bomb's been planted. Comedy peeking from vents. He's gonna try and reload and try and avoid it, but that's not gonna be enough. Maple's gonna take down the kill for him, giving the Rebels another win, tied 4-4. You know, in the beginning we saw this, it was very interesting. Figured that, you know, the Combine were putting up a pretty good just defense and win, and now it just looks like it's starting to capitulate. But again, we're still only in round 9. We have plenty of more rounds to go.
It can be anyone's game, as they say.
Again, Gravy with the op. Interesting pick from Comedy, the dualies. More picking up the Scout, but that's just not going to be enough. Boston's going to take him with the AK. And I feel like, you know, right now the Rebels are either in their element and they've got that communication, or it's just a stroke of sheer luck. I'm not too sure.
Left alive on counter-terrorists.
We'll see if he's going to do well with the dualies, pushing in on bomb site B. Going to try and see if he can pick up a gun or two from the downside, but he's going to have to end up killing someone. Picking up an AK would be very, very good for the Combine. Gives them a nice rifler to use. He's going to have to be very calm with this. Already know that he's in vent. He's got to bear in mind that they can come. Oh, he's going to try and go for the knife. No, it's not going to be enough. Gravy's going to take him with the op. Very risky play there. Very risky play.
Looks like the Rebels are now leading in terms of wins.
DT are going to call a timeout. It looks like it's going to be a minute timeout. We're going to see... looks like I believe Joker is now going to be subbing in for Ice Pack, it looks like.
In the meantime,
very interesting play to make mid-game. Yeah, but it looks like Joker's going to be coming in now in the 10th round to replace the spot of Ice Pack. So in the meantime, we got about 20 seconds left until the timeout's over. What do you think with the just the overall game right now? Kind of
exciting.
How's it looking? Very exciting, yeah. No, just the underdog mentality. We're not sure if it's still there. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty close game all the way up until the end. So very exciting to watch, and hopefully for the viewers, a very exciting match to just, you know, be there. So, Kenny, Hines is saying in chat to make sure you're moving around to avoid AFK
Yes,
kicks.
I am. I'm doing that.
There you go. Always looking out for people. Going into the 10th round now. Combine still on that eco pistol round. They're gonna have to try and pick up a win here and try and clear out the resistance. The resistance just have a deadly group of people right now. They're gonna pick up Paul.
Rebels have absolutely snowballed that first win.
Monolith
and it just
stoned at the same time.
And Joker down, and all we're left to is Comedy. So we're gonna see if Comedy can pick up a. Nah, it's not gonna be enough. They did manage to get Gravy Boat in that round with the op going down, but Gravy sitting on $13,000. That's simply just pocket change for him at this point. He's able to pick up another op. Only spending $2,000. Just they gotta find a way to pull back and try and pick up some wins here with the eco round. Looks like Paul is gonna do a very deadly buy and pick up the op. They do have some rifles this round, M4 and a P90. Monolith doing somewhat well on the P90. Same with Comedy. We're gonna see if we can possibly pick up a win here this round from the Combine. They're gonna pick up Bob there with the P90. Playing it very nice and slow. The Combine now having somewhat an advantage. Joker picking up the AK from Bob. Rebels gonna have to play this nice and slow this time as to not lose anybody. Comedy, Maple and Gravy down. Paul winning that op engagement. HK trying to go for the op to try and reclaim that. Down to just Bobson. Ooh, picking up Paul there. They're gonna have to play this nice and slow. Nice and slow is the name of the game in this one.
Oh, Mordecai.
Down to Bobson. And there we have it. Combine picking up another win. They just needed that full buy bet, and it looks like it paid off for them.
Nice.
Gonna see how well the Rebels are able to possibly come back from that one. That was something that the Combine hopefully have been waiting for and trying to get just a sense of vigor, so to speak. Very interesting. Bob going for the sawed-off play.
Unfortunately,
Maple picking up an AK.
Mortos, you can't say that
Strange
on
pick
stream.
when he has $10,000.
A very interesting pick. But we'll see if he's able to make anything with it. I'm gonna hone in on Bob just to see how he does with this. Looks like the Rebels moving in unison. Gravy not picking his back. Always watch your six, as they say. Always watch your six. Gonna be a nice trade there. Joker picking up Hong Kong. Bob switching out for the AK. Grenade thrown in. They're gonna be pushing in from A site. Bob watching the corner. Gonna try and hold it. They are somewhat in a pinch right now. 3v4 situation. Bob gonna make the push. Try and be nice and slow with it. It's gonna have to watch from heaven though. He could get ice from there. Boston moving on the outside. Maple trying to make a move on bomb site B entrance. Gonna be pushing back from there. Boston on the outside. Bob getting iced by Mord. Mord picking up another kill on Maple. It's now down to a 4v1 situation. Bobson running the AK. Full health. Gonna try and see if he can pick up a clutch here. That's not going to be enough. Mord coming around the corner, destroying him with that AK. And we're now tied again.
Round 13 and 30, 2 more rounds before match point. I'll say right now, this is a very, very exciting game.
Very exciting. A lot of back and forth. The win chances have just been going back and forth between the terrorists and the counter-terrorists. We are nearing the middle of the match, so we will see if we're going to have a change of heart when it comes to the second half of the match when they swap sides. But Gravyville picking up Monolith to start. Paul with the Negev again. Again, another very interesting choice. Not something you see in many Counter-Strike matches. The Negev, maybe an underrated gun. Who knows? Taking it again nice and slow, trying not to push the objective too hard. They do know someone is on A site, gonna try and flash that out. Bob then rotating back to B. Debating on whether they want to go B site, maybe gonna make the B commit. Gravy Boat gonna get down by Comedy. That P90 has just been deadly this game.
Comedy getting home by HK. Nice.
Paul picking up the trade on Bob. Joker going down.
Mord coming in behind.
Down to 2v2. Maple. Mord's down.
Sloppy not checking his corners. Maple rushing B site along with Bobson.
Looks like Paul is unaware that they are on B site. Down on 4 health. He's going to have to play it very slow. Maybe save this round. Try and pick up that AK there and just hold. 18 seconds to go.
Maple smoking the site as they plant.
Paul being very risky moving in. If I was in his situation, I would pick up that AK and I would simply just go save this round. No reason to push in on bomb site.
Seems he's pushing A site.
Very interesting. Bomb's not on A. He's going to try and make that quick rotation, but at this point he should just save. Pick up any gun on the ground, not switch out for that SG. Very questionable from him to be sitting around with that gun. Bobson and Maple rotating on a bomb site, and it looks like this is going to be a win for the Rebels. Again, just a very, very, very back and forth match we have here.
Seems the teams are more evenly stacked than maybe we initially anticipated.
That is very true. Bob again going with the sawed-off play. Mord picking up the op. No ops on the Rebel side. All going rifles except for Bob. Gonna be a very interesting play. Mord's been deadly with that op when we see him in game. HK already down a little bit of health, maybe taking some fall damage. Looks like Mord's gonna be trying to peek up on the outside of long.
Bob Monolith and Comedy. That's what
Paul again on bomb site. Watching from heaven. Hong Kong and Maple moving in unison. Bob watching the door with the shotgun. Gravy possibly trying to open up the door to throw a smoke in. It's going to be a very interesting play. What awaits on the other side? Pretty open bomb site except for... Oop, they're going to see the molly. Joker watching the door. He's going to get the drop on HK. He's going to get the drop on Bobson.
Ooh,
Paul's
but
going to get
Maple turning it
converged on.
around.
Coming in from the other side.
Once again,
And it looks like they're gonna possibly get the bomb down. Or no. Interesting. Not putting the bomb down. Very risky play for not putting it down there when you had the open advantage. That may have costed them the game. It's coming down to Gravy.
Thunder spraying with the P90.
And Gravy's gonna get converged on. Very risky play there, doing that, not getting the bomb down. That would have allowed you to get into cover and hold the bomb site more effectively. And we are down to the last round of the half, tied 7-7, round 15. Again, as we've noticed, very interesting game. The odds are stacked evenly. We're going to see if the Combine or Rebels are able to pull out and pick up another win on this round before we switch sides.
Combine running scouts and Rebels running rifles this round.
Got two auto snipers on the Combine. Unsure if this is going to be a bit of a meme play since it's the last round. But Comedy again with that P90, he has just been absolutely deadly. Though at this point, if you were the Rebels, you notice that if he's got the P90, he's going to be holding that B site. But Gravy Boat's going to know that, he's going to capitalize on that, taking him down. Monolith trading for Bobson, down to a 3v3 situation. Bob not doing so well, low on health. Still with the two autos. Monolith's going to get taken down by Gravy Boat, down to a 3v2 situation. Maple gonna try an incendiary bomb site. Paul moving in on outside of B. That's not gonna be enough for Gravy. He's gonna pick up the auto. Down to Joker with the auto. Bombs down on B site.
Up.
Joker's gonna try and push in on B site. Holding that corner. Making that swap for the M4. Good choice, good choice. Gonna try and drop in on B site maybe. Gravy Boat's gonna auto him, and it's gonna be it for the first round. Very, very close game. Good first half.
Very, very.
Okay, we'll rush fence, yeah?
Yes, very, very close game. Alright. Jumping right into the second half, we've got the Rebels on the counter-terrorist side. Combine on the terrorist side. We're going to see how well we can... or how well both sides are able to pull out in this second half of the first game.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Nuke is normally a very counter-terrorist sided map, but this is obviously no normal game.
This is not a normal game. Already we got the push towards long. Maple pushing in on bomb site, trying to pick up a little bit, doesn't hit anything.
Oh!
Thunder's going down already. Bobson picking up 2 kills.
Amazing, amazing.
Bobson getting down
Mord
by...
getting the knife and vents on Gravy.
Oh,
It's the classic blunder, and Mord absolutely...
down to a 1v1. Hong Kong versus Paul. Bomb is down on site. We're gonna see how well Hong Kong can rotate in on site. Mord posting in chat that Gravy did get in. Oh, and it's gonna be the head! Straight to the head! He's gotta find that bomb though. Where is it? Hong Kong finding it. Gonna have enough time to defuse that.
Nice.
And that's gonna be the first win in the second half for the Rebels, 7-9.
An
Still
amazing
plenty of
play
more
by
rounds to go.
Mopping up the counter-terrorist team, but it simply was not enough.
People betting on Combine might be getting a little nervous right about
Very
now.
so.
Who knows?
Looks like the win chance on the board has switched 68-32, 53-47 now, actually, in favor by very small margins.
Seems
So we got-
SMGs are popular on Rebel side today.
Very much so. Very aggressive push on the B site.
Oh,
They're going
Lord.
to see that flame. Bob pushing in with the dualies. Very interesting choice of him. Almost like the terrorists are nowhere to be found. Looks like they're going to make that very rapid push to B site. Thunder checking the outside to make sure nobody's straggling. And it looks like they're going to be uncontested all the way to the bomb site. Bomb is down! No Nothing whatsoever. Joker picking up Hong Kong. Maple getting down by Monolith with the scout.
It's now left to Bob and Gravy Boat to hopefully clutch the round, but it may not be enough, seeing as the bomb is
Gravy
near down.
Boat, and that's gonna be a win for the Combine.
That swift
So they
shot
spoke a little
across-
soon.
Spoke a little soon, it seems. That seems to be the theme of the match today.
It is still anyone's game. Who knows? Maybe once the map changes, the odds will turn in favor. We can't.
Still
say
a
for sure.
very, very close game.
It's unpredictable. Just like a lot of the scenarios in our home server, but
Rebel side running pistols this round, and
Be an
Bob
eco
would
round.
be
Max 7, otherwise known as the Swag 7 in times of old. Bob being very, not sure if this is because of his engineer class, but seeming to side with the shotgun. And he's been doing partially well with it. Not as good as you'd imagine, but always a very interesting pick, or just very interesting situation when you see someone pull out the shotgun in a competition. You expect them to go with either an SMG or a standard rifle, but down to a 3v3 situation. Bomb is down. Combine very, very aggressive with their bomb plants.
Gravy Boat once
Almost
again
knowing full
slacking,
well.
not checking his six.
less and less on this map are we seeing the expected carries on each side really holding up to what everyone believed them to. The show
Very
being
true.
stolen by some of our underdogs.
Mord is somewhat in line with Bobson, though, in terms of KDA. Almost instantly in line.
And it looks like the terrorists will take the match point.
Combine are going to bring it up again to a tied game. 9-9. Very rough round for the Rebels. Maple going to pick up the Scout. HK going for the AUG.
And the win chance
So we're
is fluctuating. 66
Very much so.
currently.
Like Combine seemed to be getting the same role going that Rebels had last time.
Yep. Interesting play, though, by the Combine. An AWP and a Scout.
Mord quickly getting a kill on HK.
Maple going to try and take out more to do the trade. Not sure how well that's going to go for him, though. Mort is in an engagement with Maple right now.
It's as though Maple's in a 3v1 situation. Will they pull through?
Maple judging his options, maybe trying to call out. He knows someone's there. He saw the gun barrel. He's going to try and get the corner. Going to get flash. He's going to get conversion on. Missing it. He's going to pick up a kill on Joker, but that's going to be traded for Mord.
Not enough. And Bob.
Bob taking Mord out. Monolith down to 1 health, getting down to Paul with the Scout. And that's going to be a win for the Combine. Not the Combine, I'm an idiot. The Rebels. I need to get
All
used to this.
timed out.
Looks like Combine had a crash. I think they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout going to be called.
And a timeout has been called for the counter-terrorists.
Alright.
While they're on a timeout here, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Looks like Gravy and Bobson are both carrying Rebels pretty hard.
Very much so.
Mord with the amazing plays.
And he knows this map inside and out. Will he keep this momentum going later on? We shall see.
We will have to see. It is pretty much close when it comes to Bobson and Mord. Bobson slightly outperforming Gravy, but not by a large margin. So,
And Paul returning in the match.
I think overall we're seeing a higher performance on the Rebel side, but Mord definitely being able to give the Combine, at least on this map, enough of an edge to hold their own.
It
very
looks like
true, very true.
it is still a very exciting round, seeing two giants clash.
Looks like Paul is back in the game, so we're going to get this match started here again in about 5 seconds. So, looks like a Rebel discussing their move. Maple going for the M4 finally. We have Bob with the AWP. Very interesting to see what Bob can do with the AWP. Haven't seen him use it at all in this match.
Looks like they're making their push to B site.
Bob watching long, missing that opportunity to ice him. Mord going down. Got an engagement. Monolith trading for Gravy Boat.
Molotov.
Looks like we do have an engagement on A site. Boston going for the grenade. Gonna be able to damage Paul. Bomb's gonna get down.
Oh!
Ooh. HK going for that nice 2. Kind of a 2v3 situation. And the bomb's gonna be able to be defused. Rebels keeping up the very small margin. 9-11. You love to see it. You really do. Iconic in its remembrance and just being a number. Rebels picking up the AK, but interestingly trading. Odd move by Bobson, buying the M4 and then throwing the M4 over the fence. Not sure what he meant by that, but looks like the counter-terrorists are going to be doing a very hard push onto A sites. They do know that there is a rotation coming from the Combine, but it looks like that was a fluke and they're moving to B site, looks like.
Monolith getting domed by Bobson almost immediately as he peeked.
Bobson
Oh, Mord getting the knife on Bob.
Mord getting another knife kill. Mord with that AWP has been deadly. They're going to have to watch out. Taking out Maple. Gravy Boat down to the wire. 2v1 situation. That's going to be enough. Mord with that AWP has been deadly this entire round.
It's not 10
This entire game entirely. Entirely. You love to hear the word.
We have some people in chat asking Maple to unequip their horrible MVP kit.
We'll talk to him after the match about that. 10-11. Still anyone's game.
Round 22 of
Combine going for, again, the 2 rifle. AWP Scout. Monolith picking up the P90 this time.
Thunder with the scout.
HK moving in on bomb site B, possibly expecting a quick rotation from the Combine. Thunder's gonna go down by Gravy. Joker gonna trade for Bob. 4v4. Paul gonna... Ooh, Mord picking off Gravy Boat. Paul very low though, needs to be careful. Picking up that scout. Bobson going to Heaven of A. He's gonna try and peek outside. He is gonna pick up Paul. He's gonna have to bear in mind though that Mord is out there, down to a 2v1 situation. Mord seeing that he's there. He's gonna have to be careful with that. Doesn't want to lose that AWP this round. That AWP is very useful to his kit. Mord playing it nice and slow. Hong Kong pushing from long. Mord gonna try and be aggressive with the AWP. Bobson recognizing that aggressiveness. He's gonna try and bait him. Gonna have a grenade. Mord possibly pushing from the right, but he's gonna go in on A site instead to do a rotation. He's gonna try and get that bomb down. Bobson queuing in on it. He's gonna recognize the rotation. Gonna hear the bomb planted. Hong Kong's gonna have to bear in mind though and be careful that the AWP is there. Mord picking up that kill, down to a 1v1. And that's not gonna be enough. Again, the dominance from Mord this game has been insane.
Looks as though the win chances heavily.
When he has that op, it is deadly. He is not a force to be trifled with. Or as you may know from the old song, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Mord is nothing to fuck with. Very, very, very fun game we have going on here. Paul and Thunder going with the long rifles. Paul getting the second op. Rebels down to a very low eco buy. Gravy Boat gonna get down by the P90.
Mord on 33 health. He could lose his op this round.
He could. He's gonna have to be careful with that. Flash going in from Joker. They're gonna push in. That's gonna be enough to take out Bob. 3v5 situation. Thunder and Paul watching. Bobson picking more down to 1 health. Bobson does see the head peek. He's gonna have to keep it careful though. That's not gonna be enough. Down to a 2v4 situation. Mord could go down and lose that op. Maple engaging with Monolith. It looks like gonna push in with the Swag 7. Watching right, watching left. He's gonna see him jump through the window. Hong Kong's gonna get down. We're down to a 4v1 situation.
We're going to B-side with the bomb.
Maple, that's not gonna be enough. Mord, you gotta watch out. That op is deadly.
It's very...
It has no care for who you are. If it sees you, you will die. Rebels losing some of that steam, but they do have a buy round coming in, picking up, looks like 2 M4s and an op. Gravy gonna try and comment and come back on Mord. 2 ops on the Combine. Thunder, gotta watch out. Keep your head open. Bob watching from heaven. Bob's gonna take out Thunder. That's 1 op down. Bob's gonna go for the grenade. Paul engaging with Bobson. Monolith with a shotgun. Gonna throw the incendiary. Joker gonna push really aggressively. Is that gonna be enough for him? Monolith, no! Rebels maybe coming back this round. Combine maybe getting too little greedy. Mord 3 health. But he's gonna pick up Mord! 2 kills with the op. Again,
3 kills!
3 kills! Down to a 2v1. Absolutely coming back and bringing this match back into a potential Combine win.
He's about 4 kills. This could be an ace.
Extremely exciting round.
Mord at 3 health, being very cautious. Gravy Bow going into vents. Gonna move down to bomb site B.
Making it slow.
Slow is the name of the game. Gravy knows Mord is deadly with that op. Mord, very risky jump there. Could have died to fall damage, but he's gonna get the bomb plant, and that's gonna be critical for the Combine. Gravy's gonna have to be very careful with this push. Mord knowing he may come from vent. He's gonna see the barrel there. He's gonna get the wall bang, and that's gonna be the round for Combine. 13 to 11. 5 rounds to go in match play.
Mord is just getting better and better with this op.
Mord absolutely showing out this match. 36 to 14. Closest being Bobson with 26 and 16. Mord absolutely pulling this game out for the Combine. Just the sheer power of that op. An asset for any CSGO team.
Bobson watching from top into the vent.
Rebels taking it nice and slow, knowing they do have only 3 rounds possibly left to play if they lose. Bob gonna pick up that Swag 7 on Joker. Gonna try and reload, push back. They are gonna hear the grenade. We got a little bit of engagement outside of bomb site B. Bob's gonna pick up Monolith after a trade with Gravy Boat. Down to a 4v3. Maple spraying! Only picking up 1 kill. Down to a 1v2. Hong Kong up against the mighty Mord with the op. and Thunder with the P90. Knowing Thunder with the P90 is just as deadly as Mord with the AWP. This is going to have to be a very caution play from Hong Kong. He's going to have to bear in mind that he has two very deadly opponents on the other side of this bomb site.
Looks like he's going too high.
He's going to get the kill on Thunder.
Can he pull this one back for his team?
Yes,
He's got the pullback. He got the clutch. Taking out the two deadly people and gonna get the defuse. Bringing a round in for the Rebels. 13-12. 4 games left in match play. Still anyone's game.
Looks like it's a bit of a flame war in chat. Monolith and Bob trading blows.
Absolutely insane play from Hong Kong. Pulling it back. We're going to see what the Rebels can do with this. Gravy Bow with the op. Seeing if he can try and get Mord out early. Mord out of play early would mean a big thing. Massive push-up of the Combine, though, on long. Gravy Bow trading out for one, taking out Joker. Gravy going to get traded, though, with Mord. Mord again, deadly with that op. Can't say it enough. Down to a 4v3 situation. Combine are going to try and looks like push B site. Monolith taking it nice and slow. Hong Kong watching on Ace. Nobody on B site. They could make that push to B, excuse me.
Paul crashing
looks
once
like
again.
Crash.
And it looks like we had a disconnect from the Combine side. Looks like we had a screen freeze. Or we can possibly try and call a timeout here at the end of play.
And Mord
like
secure the win despite being down a member and being the only one in play, taking out Bob effortlessly, planting at Ace site.
Down to just Hong Kong and Mord again. We'll see if we can get a repeat of last round. Mord knowing he's got to be careful this time. That op is only good for a one shot, and if you miss the first shot, you gotta bolt it.
It's like Hong
Kong making a very aggressive push.
Oh, Mord reads it.
Oh, but Mord's gonna get it. Mord picking up another ace.
Even with the odds stacked against him.
That was a 4v1 turned into an ace. Absolutely incredible.
What an
Mord
amazing round.
pulling it out for the Combine. Only 2 rounds left for them to win it.
This is a very exciting round as
The Rebels trying desperately to try and get Mord down. But Mord, just this entire game, the op, it's his token choice. It's what defines him.
Mord's back must be absolutely broken right now.
Absolutely fried. But the Combine do have to be careful, though. They can still lose this out from them if the Rebels pull out 4 wins here.
Oh, and Monolith taking out Bob.
Oh, great getting
Mord.
Mord.
The
That's gonna be the
trade.
end for Combine.
Monolith down with the shotgun. Can he make anything? Nope. Counter-terrorist picking up the win. Only 2 rounds left in regulation.
Mord once again buying that op. Sandstorm with the Negev.
Very interesting
Paul
choice.
going with the Negev. Very interesting play. We'll see if Paul can make anything of it.
I don't believe he has in previous rounds where he's...
It's a very expensive buy on the Combine side. Only 300 left in the coffers. More though with 3,800. I think both sides recognize that it is a very close game. Looks like the Combine are going to try and make a push on A site. Joker trying to trade. Mord going to push in. Check Heaven. That's going to trade. 2 kills on A site. Paul going to go down though. And they're going to try and get that bomb site plan on A. They've secured the A bomb site. Rebels have to make a desperate push to rotate. They do gotta recognize, ooh, Mord picking up that kill on Hong Kong. Bob gonna try and push in, go for the flash. Gravy Boat trading for a Joker, but that's not gonna be enough. (15-13), this is match point. Whoever wins this next could win the whole game.
Rebels can win the next 2 games. They can bring it to a tie. Otherwise, Combine win this one.
Looks like this is going to be the last buy. Rebels pulling out all the ropes. 4 M4s, 1-4, M4A1. Hong Kong already taking some fall damage. That's going to be bad on his part.
He really
all the
cannot
health
hit
he
the
can
edge
get.
bug.
He missed the edge bug.
Rebels playing it nice and slow. Gravy moving around the bottom of bomb site B. More trying to get the wall bang. Taking it very nice and slow, going for the smoke out. Second smoke's not going to be quick enough. They're not going to know the bomb site rotation is B. Gravy's going to have to be very careful. He's going to pick up 2, 3 kills, 4 kills! 1 person left on the Combine!
And it is Thunder.
Thunder picking up the kill on Hong Kong. Can he hold it back though? 2 kills. Can he get the ace to secure the win for the Combine? Thunder pushing very calmly, spraying in on A site, gonna check heaven. Needs to be very careful. Bob watching that push, and that's gonna be a win for the Rebels.
A very exciting,
We are at
exciting round.
match point. This could be a win or a tie. Let's get some hype in the chat, folks. Last round, round 30. Rebels with 2 ops. Very good gun lineup. Combine are going to need to pull out some strings. They're running an op, a shotgun, 2 P90s, and an ump. We're going to see if they can do this. Ward's going to be the big powerhouse play here. He's going to need to try and take out Gravy Boat with the powerful op.
Looks like Broveron securing hype with Mace. Mord rocks.
Gravy Boat rotating to A site. Mord pushing down into B site. Joker's gonna go down first. Mord's gonna trade for a kill on Bobson. Combine are gonna be on B site. This is gonna be a very contested fight. They're gonna try and trade Thunder with the P90. Thunder's gonna be spraying and praying, not picking up anything. Bombs down. 40 seconds to detonation. We're gonna see if the Rebels can push this. Mabel checking in. Monolith. Thunder. 3v2 situation now.
Gravy Boat and Bob playing it very
Bob needs to be very careful. Mort is still out there in the wild with the op. Gonna not see that. He's gonna keep pushing. 3v1 and the Combine take the first game.
An amazing
16 to 14. Very, very close game. Picking up a couple cases in the match. Next match is going to be Mirage. And it looks like we're going to jump right into the next map here.
I will be tapping out for just a moment.
I believe we're going to have a little bit of a warm-up.
The absolute slaughter by Mord that round. But now he's out of his element. He's on
Very
a map
much.
that he doesn't play as much. We'll see if he can hold his own.
This could be anyone's game in the second match.
Wow, what an amazing first round.
Absolutely stellar this first round. Now again, we are in the second match, Mirage. We're gonna see if Mort is still in his element this game though, because as we both saw, Nuke absolutely dominated in that game. But again, out of his element. Is he gonna be able to pull through and win this for the Combine again?
That amazing,
Only time will tell.
That amazing ace by him during
The
Both amazing aces.
The two aces, absolutely stellar.
I think when it comes down to it on a map that he doesn't play as much, he won't be able to carry his team as well, which is going to be up to the other Combine players to hold their own. Something which the Rebel side is already capable of doing. Notice there was no specific carry on the Rebel side.
Who knows, Mint? We've already seen that this match can be completely unpredictable. Mord could pull through, or he could go by the irons end.
I wouldn't bank on it.
I wouldn't bank on it, but it's a possibility. Because like we
While
said...
we're in this... Oh, I'm sorry, can you go ahead?
No, you can go ahead.
Alright, while we're in this warm-up, we'll take some more questions from chat. Any comments anyone's got?
I must say, this match so far is absolutely stellar, and I hope everybody else at home watching is, in fact, enjoying the showcase match today as well. This has been something we've all been waiting for, so... I do know several side channels where people are commentating on the match are absolutely just up in excitement for the plays that Mord had that round.
Man.
Most underrated game you've played? That's a very good question. Probably Prey, honestly. I played that pretty recently. That was a lot of fun. How about you, Mortos?
Most underrated game, Euro Truck Simulator 2. I almost got demoted for that. Very fun story. I will never forget that day. So,
how about you, Mint?
Half-Life Deathmatch Source.
Really?
Yes. Some of the servers that are still up and running on that dated game offer a really strange experience that with a strangely active player base leads to some pretty wacky series of events. I'm not particularly good at it, but I'm not particularly good at any FPS for that matter, but it's an interesting game, and I would recommend it for what I think it's maybe at most like $5.
We have a few people asking to speak to Mord for a bit. We're going to wait until the end of the whole game for that, but we may take an interview with him after this.
yes.
This is
I do see one question from Franz Hector. Will there be more tournaments like this, but not just CS:GO? Hopefully, it's a very very kind of, we have to figure out the logistics behind it. As some of you may know, last week it was a bit of a disaster, but hopefully with future events we can have a pretty smooth and excellent production. So we're not entirely sure who we're going to have for potential future matches, but the opportunity's out there, so we'll see. We will see. So so we got about 45 seconds. We are waiting for, looks like, Joker to get into the match. Not sure if he's running into some issues, but
Oh. I cannot understate the very exciting first round.
I almost fell out of my chair with one of those aces. I don't know if that's due to how exciting it was, or maybe if I need to get a new one. The match is starting now.
First one looks
Combine
like
are down a player.
our main man, Muertos, had to step out for a bit, but he'll be back shortly.
It's okay. I may need to step out to get some lunch, but I can wait. I'm not particularly hungry at the moment.
While we are waiting here, the problem with subs has been evident this entire game. So in the future, During community events like this involving tournaments or other gameplay outside of Gmod, if you would be interested in participation, all you have to do is ask. When it came to finding individuals to participate, we simply went around. We didn't look for people who were necessarily the showiest or best CSGO players. It was simply up to those who wanted to. So, if you have any interest whatsoever, you can direct that to Gravy Boat, to myself, Kenny, Joe, Muertos, and we'll set you up, and hopefully you can contribute to more fun events like this in the future.
Looks as though the Combine
Now
regained their
the match is starting now. This looks like the Rebels are going to take the terrorist side. Combine are going to take the CT side.
Looks as though Joker
And we're-
is... Oh, I apologize.
Yep, he's in the game. So it's going to be interesting to see, just like we said, if Mord's going to be able to carry over to this next match. Because as we saw, very much in his element on Nuke, already down to a 5v2 situation. Joker going to pick up Mord, last one left, 5v4, 4v1.
More dead.
Already Combine losing the first match, but as we saw, it is still anyone's game.
I'd like to say that Joker is representing the Treasure Crew. A very competent CSGO team. But that is... yeah.
Looks like the Rebels are gonna pick up a scout for the second round. Let's see where Maple takes that. Maple gonna go mid, try and get that mid peak.
Thunder and
I did
Paul-
see Mord play a couple Mirage matches, so he may have some element to it, but we're gonna see if it's anything like Nuke, where he just came out as almost of a master of the craft. But in some instances, and in this case, it may be the downfall of him. Maple gonna try and trade some shots. He's gonna get down though. Mord picking up that scout, it looks like. Down to a 3v2 situation. Bomb is down. Rebels just have to hold it. Gravy gonna try and possibly watch for that rotation.
More
Gonna
doesn't
pick
have
him
a
up.
kit.
Mord does not have a kit. Oh, this is not good. And that's gonna go to the Rebels. Very, very deadly not taking that kit, especially when bomb is down. Essentially guaranteeing a win to the terrorists.
Two scouts in play on the Combine side. Looks like Rebels going B.
Thunder running up with Swag 7.
Mord gonna try and get that mid pick. He's gonna pick up
Ooh.
Bobson. Maple recognizing and pulling back, gonna try and rotate to site. Gravy Boat pushing underpass. Mord hopefully should know that there may be an underpass push, but Gravy might just get him out.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
not gonna be enough.
Oh my
Mord
God.
gonna trade. Monolith pushing mid.
It's currently 5.
They do have bomb site locked down. 5v3, as you say, Kenny. Combine maybe pulling it back here. He's gonna pick up that wall bang on Bob. Absolutely insane. Monolith
getting
going down.
tag
Maple
teamed.
picking up Mord with another wall bang. 2v3 situation. Now down to a 1v3. Maple with the scout. Gonna have to try and make some dastardly plays here. He's gonna have to bear in mind he is out in the open, so he's gonna want to be careful. Gonna throw the flash. Gonna try and pick up the gun. He's gonna rotate up to mid. Gonna recognize him there. Gonna pull back. All three Combine are at full health. Maple pushing mid. He's gonna have to be careful here.
And
Try
I
and
did
peek
do
that
an
mid.
activity. I apologize.
That's not gonna be enough. Counter Terrorists are gonna pick up their first win of the match. 1v2. We're gonna see if
Rebels.
Mord's possibly gonna. Oops, he's gonna pick up that scout instead. Rebels doing a pretty big buy. 3 AKs. Smoke is down on site. Counter terrorists already converging on A. Rebels grouped up in Palace. Bobson being very careful with the push, knowing that there is a lot of people on site. Hong Kong's going to trade for Joker, though. Flash is going to go out. He's going to move out, but that's not going to be enough. Mord's going to trade. Hong Kong, Bob, 3v3 situation. Bob's going to go for the flash. Going to move in on site. He's going to trade one. 3v2. Maple getting into an engagement. Monolith going to go down, and that's going to be a win for the Rebels. Moving the score to 3-1. Bob picking up the MVP that round.
Monolith saying in chat, quote, "I'm hanging myself." Made at their own performance.
Sometimes you must recognize that some games do not go as well as others. Mord still dominating the score, 5-4. But Bobson putting up a score of 4-1.
Interesting.
Rebels looking like they're gonna go for possibly an A side push, split across the map though. Bomb is going to B side, it looks like. B site pretty clear, most of the team on A site. Bob gonna try and rotate back. Gonna push again. He's gonna have to be careful though. Absolutely! Bob! Missing! Absolutely so many shots! My god! You hate to see that! But that is the beauty of spread control in this game. It will punish you for holding down left mouse button.
More getting that.
Gravy getting popped out.
Disgusting.
Thunder coming around. 3v3 situation. Bobson gonna trade for Mord. Bobson gonna take down Thunder. Rebels taking it again. 4v1.
Wow.
He did get the bomb down to get that extra cash.
Bobson absolutely destroying here.
Very much so, taking this for the Rebels. Believeman, you wanted to say something, I interrupted you, my apologies.
It's fine. Despite their initial win, I feel as though maybe Combine have gotten sloppy this round, not being able to rely so heavily on Mord, who, like we've mentioned, not as familiar with this map, really allowing Bobson to shine through.
Notice how the counter-terrorists pushing through T-site, rotating to B. Very, very aggressive play here.
Looks like they're going for a pistol round, so it makes sense.
No coverage on the site. They're gonna push all the way to B. That's gonna be very deadly for them. That's gonna cost them possibly the round. Monolith picking up 1 kill, Monolith picking up 2 kills. Down to a 3v2 situation. They are in apps. Almost cornered. Paul, 2 left. Paul with the deagle. Gotta watch out for that grenade. Down to 1 health. Anything that moves could kill him, and that's gonna be a win again for the Rebels. Bomb down on site. Gravy, 60% of the kills.
No matter how bold your play, you have to back it up with some semblance of skill.
Very true.
It seems that they just cannot rival the gunplay and the ability to adapt that Bobson has.
Bobson really showing out that he is an unstoppable force, and that maybe Mord is possibly a one-trick pony when it comes to Nuke. Rebels moving very slow, going for that B play. Gravy going underpass. Mord watching mid. Gravy Boat watching mid. Paul taking some damage, picking up that Negev again. Fire's gonna go down, but they're gonna be able to pull back. HK gonna try and peek that long apartments, seeing if anybody tries to challenge him. Maybe gonna do a mid rotation to beat Gravy Boat's gotta watch out though. Mord is gonna get taken out by Gravy Boat. And it looks like they're gonna make a possible rotation to A site. Paul watching CT, Thunder moving through the back of T-spawn, Joker going mid. Ooh, HK is going to get traded out for Joker. Paul going to pick up Bob with the kill down to a 3v3 situation, but bomb is planted. Smokes on A site. Joker's going to trade Gravy. 2v3 situation.
Rebels still have Bobson up.
Maple and Bobson running AKs. Flashes out. There's going to be a spray from CT spawn though. Maple's going to get down by Joker. Bobson's going to be the last one. Can he pull this out? Can he defend the bomb? No! It's going to be close, but the Combine are going to get the bomb defused and pick up a win for them. Paul getting a fair amount of kills on that Negev.
Undergoing for the Negev. Last round Sandstorm trying to purchase it and capitalize on its rather, well, I guess it has its own reputation for being a noob weapon like the P90 and even possibly the AWP being lethal in the hands of a skilled player, but even in an unskilled one, a formidable weapon on the team.
Looks to be a very quiet round.
CT spread out pretty evenly, though it looks like T side Rebels pushing up towards A site. Getting countered. 3-2-4.
Very heavy resistance. Bobson getting that good spray down. Only one left, 1v3 situation. Bomb is down. Bobson's not gonna get it.
Monolith securing that final kill.
Combine possibly pulling out a couple wins here to stop the win streak. Looks like Monolith's gonna pick up a P90. Thunder picking up the P90. Thunder with that P90 has always been deadly. And it looks like Rebels are gonna make a B site push.
Very aggressive push, if I can say myself.
Very aggressive push.
One thing I'd like to point out, Sandstorm with that Negev, he has 4.5k kills on it.
Monolith missing.
Bring themselves.
Bomb site getting collapsed though by the Rebels. 4v2 situation.
Gravy grabbing the UMP, preparing the final two CTs to move in. Bob getting mopped up. Joker being able to effortlessly drop with the swag 7, as you so lovingly call it.
Yes, sir.
Apps with the USP. Will he be able to do it? He doesn't have a kit. But no matter how we play this, that bomb is going to go off.
Or?
Maybe he could get it.
Is he going to clutch it?
Oh no, that's going to be a win for the Rebels. But Gravy's going to die in the explosion to save it. Bobson holding on to the P90. Mord picking up that AWP. We're going to see if he can be deadly in this round just like he was in the past game. Rebels must respect the might of the Mord with the AWP. Mord going to push mid. Though it doesn't look like any Rebels are going to go for that mid bait. They're going to push underpass possibly. Try and bait out Mord to get him to shoot. Mord heavy watching that peek. Bob is going to get damaged a little bit. They do know that someone is up there possibly. They have to be careful. Oh, Gravy's going to pick it up. Game sense. Out of this world. 4v3. But Gravy's going to converge. Pick up a kill on Monolith. 2v4 situation.
Gravy
down to a 1v4. Gravy
effortlessly slaughtering them.
Sweeping up this round. And Bobson taking the final kill on Paul. 3-7.
No amount of reflex or one-shot weapons is going to stop you when you can't properly adapt to the map around you.
Yes.
Gravy has shown that, being able to wipe out most of the other team with a rifle.
It also goes to show that knowing more than one map is vital to a good CSGO player. Gravy Bow peeking ramp on A. trying to look in on bomb site. Mord is pushing underpass. Mord being very aggressive these past couple of games, but it looks like the Rebels are going to push in on A site.
Mord with his very interestingly named gun.
Very much so. Photos printed.
Logos Benton?
Also, Mord rocking the iconic, I believe, shotgun with the Arabic text. Monolith taking down by HK. Boston picking up Thunder. 5v3 situation. We're gonna trade one. Maple and Gravy down to one person. Paul with the Negev. Will he be able to absolutely decimate the Rebels? 40 seconds left to decide. Spraying down. It's not going to be enough. Gravy's going to pick up that op kill to do it.
HK appropriating the Negev so thoughtfully purchased by Sandstorm, and then dropping it like it's nothing at T-spawn.
Just spitting it in the dirt. Showing no respect whatsoever.
And we have the Rebels realizing how many kills Sandstorm has on that Negev. Truly a shocking number.
4.5
a lot of money.
Kills.
A lot of kills. I don't know why I said money.
Very interesting.
Rebels being very aggressive with the mid push, trying to counter Mord. Mord down to 30 with the scout. Very interesting. Joker with the op this round. Mord's going to pick up HK. Nice trade. Mord's going to get down though by Bobson with the AK. 4v4, but Gravy is damaged with the op. Rebels possibly making a B site rotation, checking towards A. Push underpass by Bobson. Monolith picking up Bob. Monolith picking up that reload, doing it under. Ooh,
Oh.
Still okay. Maple trying to make that aggressive push, but Monolith is down to 5. Needs to be very careful here. 2v4 situation. Combine could pick this win up here.
We've seen in previous rounds, Gravy Boat and Bobson not to be trifled with. Doesn't matter when you have a Negev coming from your flank.
A very well-used Negev.
Gravy Boat picking up Monolith. 1v3 situation. Gravy's gonna need to take this nice and slow. But he's gonna get picked up by Monolith.
The Negev an effortless equalizer when used properly.
Very much so.
4.5 kills. 4.5 thousand kills. That is extremely impressive.
You must recognize just the sheer potential of that Negev. So many bodies have fallen victim to its bullets. Bob picking up the op, he's gonna move mid.
Boat Sentinel makes sense. Sandstorm's a shield CMD.
That is true. You do like big guns. 2 on site B. Not gonna be enough. Bobson is gonna get down to the fire by Paul. The incendiary picks up the kill. 5v3 situation already.
And Paul effortlessly taking down
Rebels.
2 kills with the Negev.
Rebels just cornered and slaughtered like chickens.
Combine may be coming back here. Rebels are getting a bit cat-strapped.
I want to
Very
bank on
true.
it.
Pigs to the slaughter. Rebels need to be very careful here. Maybe getting a little bit too greedy in the first couple of wins.
We could be getting
We are almost to the end of the first half, though. 8-5. Still again,
Anyone's game.
And that is the beauty of this match.
That's the beauty of CS:GO. The unpredictability of the rounds shows.
I'd like to point out Thunder has a decoy grenade. We'll see what you can get out of that.
Looks like they do recognize that there is a pretty big push onto A site. Bomb sitting on ramp.
Thunder and Joker alone on A site with all the Rebels pushing onto there.
Looks like the rotation is beginning here. Keeping one at underpass to possibly see if there is a rotation.
Oh,
But it looks like there's going to be the full commit to A site. Rebels are going to pick up a couple kills. 3v3 situation. Joker going to go down. Paul going down. Monolith left with the op. Can he pick from sight? We're going to see. Monolith going to rotate to mid. Bomb is down. 40 seconds left for Monolith to make something happen.
They've got a kit. They can pull this back.
Pushing with the op
knows?
is gonna be hard though.
It's going to be very difficult with the op. Monolith trying to see if he can peek out anyone, but they know Monolith is sitting there. Monolith is going to have to make something happen, or he is going to have to save. Monolith's
They're
going to
not giving
rotate to
him
B
any
site.
leg room.
Monolith looks like he's going to try and save this op into the next round. Very smart move. Rebels not making any drastic pushes.
The bomb is in critical detonation. Looks like this round will be going to the Rebels.
Monolith is going to get that op saved going into the next round. And that's going to be some money that the Rebels desperately needed to keep up. Mort's probably going to pick up that op going into the next round, and we are in the last round of the first half. Rebels leading by 4, 9-5.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to stand up as I've been sitting for way too long. So I apologize in advance.
Thunder, the only CT without a kit right now, it would be unfortunate if he were the last one standing.
Very much so. We have 2 ops on the counter-terrorists, Mord and Monolith. Gravy Boat running it for the Rebels.
Mord showing that they can make up for that investment with ample skill with the op. Can Monolith do the same?
Mord's going to have to keep careful, though. He did spend a lot of money this round, going from
It's last round of
8,000,
the half,
whiffing
he'll be
that
alright.
shot, whiffing it again. Getting a little bit too greedy, going to try and poke the grenade in to pick up some damage. 5v5 situation, so Thunder pushing through A ramp, moving through T site. An engagement happening. Treasure, Crew, Joker going down to Bobson. Bob being traded though.
But still getting a kill on Bob. Amazing.
Kong trying to make some moves up in the mid. Gonna miss that flash. He's gonna flash his own self. Gonna pull back. Gonna wall bang. Not gonna hit anything. Traded. 3v3 situation. Mord's still with the op. Mord's gonna go down though.
Thunder left on the
Thunder
bottom.
very close. Thunder whiffing those shots. Monolith
Disappointing.
rocking the op again. Watching A site. Now is the time for Rebels to make that push to B site to get the bomb planted. Monolith is gonna rotate to bomb site though. Very risky move, especially with that op. He's gonna need to make a couple of good hits. Pistol out, questionable choice. He sees the person in apps. Bomb is going onto site. Holding that corner, it's gonna get flashed, smoked. Monolith trying to see if he can get the wall bang. Monolith, not gonna be enough. And that's gonna be the first half for the Rebels.
Joker surprisingly leading with a 13 and 11 KDR.
I think
Rebels
we've seen.
leading. Go ahead, Min.
I think we've been shown here, and to the dismay of those of us who placed our money on the Combine side, Mord, a one-trick pony, like you said earlier, not able to make up for the shortcomings of his teammates. Rebel side dominated by Bobson and Gravy.
Well, it is.
Bobson,
It's still anyone's.
very much so. Very aggressive play, but the Combine putting so much into that push. Monolith 71. Bomb is down though. Rebels can secure that bomb and keep it protected. Monolith almost entirely trapped, sitting inside Palace. We do see a rotation though from the back line. Hong Kong trying to push Apps, not Apps, Palace. He's gonna pick up that kill. 11-5.
Combine really have an uphill battle to go here if they want to win this
I'm
match.
gonna go grab a water.
$11-5. Rebels only need 5 more rounds to pull this. Combine fighting an uphill battle, only 5 wins. Rebels going for the scout, Bob going for the signature shotgun. Let's see if Bob can make anything effective with that. Combine looking for that B commit, possibly going underpass, maybe going for the rotation to A. Bob watching site, Bobson up in mid.
Joker with the bomb.
Maple making noise, very not good. They're going to make that A site rotation. Maple needs to watch out for his left. Mort pushing up to A. Mort's going to get a couple shots on Maple too. But Mort's going to get down by Hong Kong from mid. Gravyville making the rotation. Thunder going down. Gravy going down. 2v2 situation.
2v3.
2v2.
2v2.
2v2 now. I didn't see the third person.
I stand corrected.
Now a 2v1 situation. And the Rebels taking another one. And I'm looking and I see Ace has
on this map.
Ace has just woken up. So everybody wish Ace a very good morning. Glad he could join us.
If you go to Definitive Community Discord General and type @Nexo and ping him just to put some more salt onto the wound for him not being here to support his team, that would
Very
be
much so.
fantastic.
Please be respectful.
Be respectful, but friendly banter is always good.
Of course, always encouraged.
We have 3 going underpass, checking the mid, possibly doing an A rotation. Possibly getting converged on though. Mord gonna trade for Hong Kong with the wall bang. Down low though. With the AK. 4v5. Very in a not a good situation though. 3v4 situation. Gonna push out. Bob picking up the kill with the shotgun. That's not gonna be enough though. Combine really starting to falter here. It is not doing so well. Only 3 rounds to go for the Rebels. This may be a sudden death map. We could be going to a game 3. Combine have a very long ways to go though to try and avoid that. Bob pulling out the Negev, possibly trying to call to Thunder or Paul. 5v4. Rebels possibly getting a little too greedy though. Only down to 2 now. 30 seconds into the round. Bomb is planted with 40 seconds to go. 3v1. 2v1. Hong Kong with the M4. Gonna try and push in on bomb site. He does have the kit though. Gonna have to watch out for box. Hong Kong pushing very carefully. Hong Kong very exposed right now. Gonna try and suppress. He's gonna get converged on. Timer's going down very slowly, but that's not gonna be enough. Combine gonna pull in a win.
Not too late for Combine to win this one, but it's certainly an uphill battle.
Quite a deficit. After losing almost 5 rounds, they pull it in to get a win. 13-6.
Looks like they're making a very, very aggressive push to B.
Very aggressive bomb site push to B. Not stopping. The train has left the station. They are entering into bomb site. Never mind. Rotating. Possibly a bait over to A. Looking at that mid. Miles gonna pick up Bob. Gonna try and get a boost up into mid. Going very slowly. Nobody though on A site. Monolith gonna pick up that kill on Maple. Hong Kong down. Bobson. All that's left is Gravy Boat. Mord picked up 3 right there. Gravy Boat gonna pick up Mord. 1v4 situation, but that's not gonna be enough at all. Combine are starting to claw back from the depths of hell to try and get up this hill.
Looks like the win chance is stacked against the Rebels right now. 66 to 34. This could be a repeat of the first round where Combine pulled through, but no chance, no promises there.
Combine once again going for their B site gambit. not going for the feint and actually heading to A. The majority of them pushing through apps. Confined. Will they get themselves cornered again? CT spread throughout the map. Rebels not exactly currently onto the Combine are up to.
Mort getting lit up. Down to 10. Needs to be very
Rebels
careful here.
making the rotation to B site.
Terrorists are on site though, but Hong Kong's gonna try and pick up a kill, get traded with Thunder. Down to a 4v3 situation.
Bomb is down. Monolith going for a kill, taking out Maple with a wall bang, a little bit of spray and pray right there. Bob, last Rebel standing. 3 Combines still up on site. Clock's ticking. Can he pull this one back? 3 AKs, 1 M4.
May just need to pull back and save this round. And it looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Especially with his 2 quid in cash for spending next round.
Also, important to note, no defusal kit, so this is a win automatically for the terrorists. But Paul's gonna die to the explosion.
That's very sad.
Lobby.
Not good at all. 8 to 13. Combine putting up an advantage. Could claw their way out. Could get a tie.
Rebels are hurting on cash right now. They really could snowball here.
Looks like more getting up some game sense for the map, getting a feel for it.
Very
This
much so.
reminds me, and I cannot remember which Super Bowl it was.
Oh, we got a very, very aggressive push here. Ward picking up 2 kills on ramp. 3v5.
Oh, more.
Maple picking up Ward though. 3v4. Picking up a grenade. Team kill. 3v2. Down to a 2v2. Very fast round. That was a very aggressive push.
Monolith.
Looking to pick up a
going
kill on
for
Monolith.
something.
And that's a win for the Rebels. 14 to 8.
Monolith making a very careless push. If I do say so myself. That cost them the
Was it?
round.
Very risky play for the A push.
It's currently round 23 of 30.
8 to 14.
Combine are down 6 right now. In terms
Rebels 2 away from securing a win on Mirage and pushing for the final map being Dust 2. Combine making that very aggressive push to B though. Gonna do that underpass rotation. All 5 of them, it looks like.
Going for the feint and heading towards A. CT surrounding them. Are they going to be able to even make it to the site?
It doesn't seem so.
Lapatov.
They're getting sweeped up. 4v2. 4v1. Losing that momentum that they had. Rebels only need one more win to push this to a game 3. Can they do it?
We see
Or can
Combine repeating the same failed strategy multiple times. Are they going to pull something out of the bag and be able to secure this? It'll
Maybe
take
so.
them a
We're
while.
using an R8. I'm not exactly confident.
Joker pulling out the R8. Very questionable choice going into this last round.
Thunder
They are
rolls.
pushing a very aggressive mid. 5 mid, it seems.
Looks like everyone but Joker on the Combine side are running on their last coffers. Monolith getting picked up by Gravy Boat.
Down goes Mord.
Gravy with a
Down
double.
goes Maple though.
Gravy Boat down to the Negev. Not a nice way to go.
Bob picking up Joker. Down to a 2v2 situation. And that's going to be the win
over.
for the Rebels. We are going to a game 3. Dust 2.
All
Whoever-
or nothing.
Whoever wins this next one will take it home. Will it be the Rebels or will it be the Combine?
It's anyone's game.
We will find out shortly. Just an amazing comeback from the Rebels. Bobson pulling out all the levers. Gravy pulling out the levers, all of them pulling out the levers. But Mord kind of showing that he did have, don't get me wrong, very good plays in that round. Very good plays. But I think part of it was that it's that one-trickness. And this is the importance of knowing more than just one map. The ability to adapt. And we're going to see how... We'll see how well it goes in this match as we are on Dust 2, an iconic map. 4 minutes and 30 seconds until the game starts.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to use the restroom.
I'll go right ahead.
Yes.
Please take this time to take a break. And audience, questions.
Now that the map
any
is CT
questions
side, then you want to go CT. I see how
or
it is.
commentary about that
You
past
didn't give us a choice
match.
last map.
Absolutely stellar.
No. We always on CT.
Nuke is the most city-sided map.
No,
in the game.
bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not really.
A couple
To
of
be honest.
questionable plays here and
I'm
there.
a Sigma male,
It is
bro. I am outside of the
CSGO,
hierarchy.
it is bound to happen.
Tando, go T-side, please.
I don't mean to distract
it's
you,
kinda fuck up the
but
team.
it seems we have a little bit of an argument amongst the players between who gets CT this round and who doesn't.
I'm not sure if they're aware. They're on stream.
They are very much on stream.
All happy.
Maple, go back.
So they may
Maple,
have to
press
just
M and
go
go to the
with
other
the
team.
flow of the game.
Maple sitting on T side.
Maple
Not aware
is
of the
sitting on T side.
transition.
Very much not aware. Hopefully he realizes here soon. Otherwise, we may have
this
an
is
issue.
just the new meta we're not aware of.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
Joe.
Yes. Scare your opponent. Make them feel different. But no, this has been a very interesting match. Not like what many people had expected. We had some people expecting a steamroll by the Rebels, a steamroll by the Combine. But we're tied up 1-1. Next one takes it. I just want to remind everyone that we will have a couple of post-game interviews after the match to highlight just what was going through their head when they were in the match.
Seems that a member of the Combine team has been IP banned from the server.
Once again.
Again, not entirely sure why this keeps happening, but
Suspicion from Rebel players as to if this person has some third-party software involved. I highly doubt it, though, based on his performance. No disrespect intended.
I would be very disappointed if my jury CMD Joker would have third-party software.
it may also seem that Joker is foreign, and this game just does not like foreign people. Remember,
Yeah.
friends,
He's not.
be kind to one another.
I'd like to say this right now, Joker, if you're watching and I find out that you have had hacks, I would be very disappointed in you. Very disappointed.
I couldn't help but be reminded that he is in fact the jury commander, if I'm wrong.
He is.
He is the jury commander. Him with his SMG going for the jump shot last match. Reminded me most definitely of his enlisted on the field in CvR. The same strategies not stacking up so well here.
Yes, even if the strategies have been definitely nullified by dev updates. And while we're on the... yeah.
Starting this match, we're likely going to take a timeout so we can get Joker back in amongst his Combine teammates. Stakes are high, all or nothing in this last round. Go into this one with zero expectations, as we've seen the Combine able to effortlessly mop up the Rebels in a final standoff on Nuke, only to be devastated by those same Rebels on Mirage. One of my fellow casters is watching chat. If there are any questions, could answer those in the given time. Joker is back in. And the round is starting. Just a few seconds.
It looks like we've got everyone in.
Lane,
Match
if you're watching
is-
this, I'm not fucking reinstating you. Stop asking. I'm just kidding.
Match is starting. Rebels picking up CT side. And this begins the final round. Who will take it home? It's like the Rebels are splitting between A and B site. Combine possibly doing a Suka Blee at Rush B, it seems. An iconic move among the Russians. This does look like a B commit. Maple recognizing it. The rotation happening. Bomb site is secured by the terrorists.
Oh, Bob, taking out.
Combine absolutely capitulating on this round. But Thunder trading out from Maple. And the bomb is going to be defused.
I've been sitting for entirely.
Despite what seemed like a nicely executed B-site rush, the Rebels were able to quickly adapt despite being spread out across A and mid.
They made that made the
them out.
rotation very fast.
I don't know if you noticed there, Hong Kong and I believe Joker running into each other through the smoke in mid in a sort of clumsy, almost comical moment there.
A nice little jig, if you would. Looks like the Combine are making a full commit to A. Bomb is going long. Austin's gonna see that. Gonna call the transition, try and pick up a couple kills. 3v4 situation. Monolith and Joker only sitting at a little bit of health. Mord's gonna get capitalized.
Looks like the Combine are on their last legs in terms of health.
3v2 situation.
Hong Kong going for a flank that was attempted by Gravy but failed. Looks like it won't matter. Mord alone and 2 Rebels on his ass. That's another win right there. I can't say things are looking too good for Combine side this round. Just like last time we had a strong start from the Rebels. They might be able to pick up a few wins here and there, but I just don't see them pulling it back, not after what we saw last match.
Hong Kong getting picked off in mid. Needs to be careful about that though. That mid is deadly if hit right.
Bro, they cheating.
Very aggressive push going on with Mord. Monolith falling behind. They are moving the bomb cats. One on A site. The rotation's gonna be called. Mord's gonna pick up one. Monolith is gonna get traded by Bob. Mord picking up another. 3v4 situation. Bomb is gonna get planted. CTs need to make that rotation to A site very quickly. Maple gonna miss that whiff, gonna try and refocus in. He's gonna get a little bit of a tag on Mord, but Maple is very low. Down to a 3v2.
Gravy and Hong Kong coming in. Stairs.
There's Maple. There goes Hong Kong.
Mord picking it off. But is it gonna be enough? Can Paul defend against Gravy? Can Gravy get the defuse? He's gonna spray, he's gonna pick it up.
Will we get the kit?
Very close, very close. And it's gonna go to the CTs.
Bro, they
That
cheating.
was a very, very close round.
Very, very close.
God damn!
God damn!
The Rebels picking up an AK in that skirmish. Maple picking up the M4. Mord rocking the AK. 3 AKs on the Combine. Scout mid. Paul's gonna try and get a tag. Doesn't look like he's gonna get anything though. Full commit to B, it looks like, unless they're gonna make a mid rotation.
I apologize.
Looks like they're gonna do a mid rotation through Cat. See where they go from here. Rebels are evenly spread though, watching the sites. Flash is gonna go, they're gonna push mid. Bomb pushing first, Gravy Boat gonna pick up one. Gravy Boat gonna get taken out by Monolith. Monolith taking a fair amount of health though there. Mord's gonna go down to a 3v3 situation. 2v3 situation. Flash is gonna go. Monolith holding the bomb. Needs to be careful though. CT does have vision. They're gonna probably need to rotate back through this.
3v2, but Combine are low.
Monolith pushing back up mid. Thunder following him.
Maple about to get flanked from behind, but he hears him.
And that's going to take him down. 2v2 situation. Bobson watching mid. But Combine are going to make that cat push. Bobson needs to be careful, possibly recognizing the rotation. He's going to see one head pop the bomb out. Thunder is the last one remaining. Bobson needs to be very careful with this. Thunder rocking the aka deadly weapon. But Bobson's going to take it. Rebels putting up a very strong offensive in these first couple of rounds.
Not giving the Combine any ground to stand on whatsoever.
It's currently 4-0. Very one-sided round, if I do say so myself.
Maple throwing a smoke in spawn. Probably trying to get the mid smoke. Didn't work out so well. Hong Kong did get lit a little bit. Probably needs to work on those smokes a little bit more. But we are at a 5v5. Very strong commit on long to A sites. Rebels stacked 3. Bomb going pit. Gravy Bow taking up a couple of hits. Bobson trying to watch long. Maple rotating cat. Maple spraying, not hitting anything though.
We're taking out Bobson with a headshot, pushing A.
Bob picking up with the swag
that-
7. 2 headshots.
I think we may have underestimated his shotgun skills.
Very much so. I believe that engineer lifestyle. It is a Sigma grind set, if you would. Hong Kong pushing from the back. The flank is gonna put them up with the win.
Fighting like animals. Combine are gonna have to pull something out of their ass to get this one.
Put on cash. This is hard to watch.
They're gonna have to possibly try an eco round.
Can't say I'm too excited about buying $20 worth of Baja Blast. I feel like I'm gonna lose these bets, but the show has been
Must go on.
stupendous.
It's okay, Vince. It's okay.
Combine making a mid rotation with the bomb, pushing very aggressively. Joker gonna
Hong
pick up
Kong
the kill on
aggressively.
HK. Rebels need to be very careful though with the round ahead. They are prone to possibly making a couple flukes. Bomb's gonna get lit up a little bit. Monolith down to 44.
Rebels circling to B site. Combine not too sure if they want to push mid or B.
Bobson getting down by Mord. Bob sitting on Cat. He's gonna try and trade. He's gonna get the headshot on Mord though. Picking up a couple of money there. Spraying a little bit. Possibly doing an aggressive push. He's gonna watch his left. That's gonna be costly for him. 2v4 situation. Combine
win.
Combine starting to pull out a little bit here. Possibly gonna put up a win on this board. Turning it into a 5-1. Paul being very careful with the push. Rebels knowing there is a push onto site. Maple 1v4, taking up 1, but that's not gonna be enough. He's gonna get capitulated.
5-1. First win for the Combine this round. Can they pull it back? The game isn't over. Only 6 rounds in, 7th one at play right now. Let's see.
It is still anyone's game.
A lot of M4s on Rebel side right now, matched by AKs on Combine.
All with the
Evenly
op.
matched.
Looking like it's gonna be a long A rotation. One pushing Cat though. They do recognize the Cat push. They're gonna try and push it. Monolith's gonna get down. That's gonna be a flash. Joker watching the corner. Mort picking up a kill on Hong Kong. Gravy on B site. Gravy possibly needs to rotate to A site. They do know the bomb is pushing. It is a 3v4 situation now. The rotation is now happening.
Joker taking out Bob from Cat and pushing from behind A site, taking out Bobson.
A site is completely open. No defense whatsoever. Gravy's gonna pick up the kill on Joker though. Needs to watch
Kill
that
anyone's
CT
round.
rotation.
2v2,
2v2.
Paul going for the plant.
40 seconds to go.
Himself.
Thunder watching the CT rotation. Gravy needs to be very careful to watch that corner. He's not gonna get it.
Closely enough.
Maple is all that remains on Cat. Gonna try and get that smoke. Pushing way too early from that smoke, and that's gonna take him out.
An amazing flick by Paul there.
Very much so. Combine starting to put up some scores on the board. 5-2. Rebels need to be careful not to get too cocky. Starting to lose a couple of rounds to the Combine.
Losing their economy too.
Very much so. Down
Monolith
to only
picking up-
several thousands.
Monolith picking up the P90. Can they make as extensive of a
Very
use of it as they plan? They haven't been able to capitalize on it in the past, but things may be changing for the Combine. Maple going down. Thunder out. Taken out by Bob with the AUG. Mord headshot on Bobson with that AK.
Monolith following
Monolith.
close behind Morg.
Looks like
Bomb
he made the last
is-
minute.
Bomb is
Sorry,
on
go
A.
ahead.
2v2.
And Monolith and Mord fend off Gravy and HK. An AWP and an M4 in play on the Rebel side, an AK and P90 for the Combine. Monolith tagged,
Getting
11
tagged.
HP.
Gravy trying to get that wall bang on him. Needs to be careful. That's going to cost him. They're going to pick up one. They're going to pick up two. Does he have enough time to get it?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He is Kid. He's good. Looks
Bomb
like
is
we're gonna
gonna
have
be
a last minute
defused.
player switch. Bob needs to sub out for Ace. Looks like our assassin lead will finally be coming into play.
Could this spell doom for the Rebels?
Will Ace be the nail in the coffin for Combine? I think you meant.
Or will this be the demise of the Rebels? Only
Has
time.
Bob been carrying the team? Let's find out. His shotgun game was strong there
And
for a
Bob
minute.
disappearing.
Very much
See if
so.
Ace has improved his spray since we last seen it.
Yes, we're going to have to see if Ace is able to pull out a win here.
Now, if you will excuse me, I need to go get my Chef Boyardee.
This stream is not sponsored by Chef Boyardee. In fact, the only snack we are sponsored by, I would once again like to remind you of our benevolent sponsors, Crayola. While we wait for Ace to join the Rebel side, take questions from chat if there are any present. I am not watching.
We have time for one or two.
Finally. I have returned.
Bro, they cheating, they cheating.
According to chat, Mord is sponsored by John Entertainment. John truly is our favorite YouTube channel. Why did Ace sleep? He said he slept through his alarm. Opinions on strats. Hard to say. I think we'll leave our analysis for after the match. How good is Ace? Ace is pretty good. I've seen some questionable AKs. Hey guys, before, you should join Sword.
Very much so. The strats so far this game have been interesting to watch. A lot of very grouped up pushes rather than spreading out. We'll have to see just how that moves into this next round. Bob officially replacing Ace. Sorry, Ace officially replacing Bob. 7 seconds until the next round starts. We'll see if Ace is the pocket ace for the Rebels to get this full win, or if Ace is the ultimate demise. Monolith taking a hard hit there in mid. Bob's gonna be rotating Cat. Joker ambushing with Mord. Need to be very, very careful here. One watching long. Smoke's gonna go out. Bomb site is entirely clear. Bomb's gonna easily be pushed down. Joker absolutely ignoring the person down in pit, but it's gonna be picked up by... Oh! Thunder getting the rotation. We're at a 5v3. 4v2.
4v1.
4v1. It is not looking good for the Rebels now.
Gravy may not win this, but he can definitely take some of their weapons with him.
Very much good. Gravy sitting on 4 health. Bomb is ticking away. Gravy may just need to save this round.
Why can't I pick up the fuse kit?
He's gonna get peeked out. He's gonna have to run. Bomb site's gonna get cleared, and this is gonna go to the Combine. Gravy's gonna save that M4 into the next round.
Very exciting round.
Very much so.
And a
Combine can certainly come back here.
They sure can. Picking up a couple of wins here. Only round 10. Just a few more rounds to go in this first half before we make the switch. I'll watch
Gravy going for the smoke on mid and failing.
Sad.
Seems we need people to work on their smokes, but you know, it is what it is. Combine making that very aggressive B push. Mord picking up Gravy. Gonna get taken down though. Bomb is down on B site though. They do have the control. 4v3. Paul watching long. Ace going for the pistol kill. He's gonna pick it. Oh, he's gonna go for the knife. Oh, but Monolith gonna be taken down by HK, denying Ace that knife kill. 2v4 situation. Combine very spread out. Thunder pushing mid. He's gonna be met with a Rebel. He's gonna pick up a kill. 2 kills there. Down to a 2v2 situation.
Ooh.
Down to a 1v2. Paul with the op.
Looked like Rebels had to win the bag, but seems Combine might pull this through.
Very much so. Being very, very, very loose. Thunder being very careful not to get the peak. Not sure where Ace or Hong Kong is. Hong Kong going mid.
Advancing behind Paul and Thunder. Thunder picking up the bomb and heading to bomb sign B.
Hong Kong hearing the bomb being planted. He needs to be careful when peeking this though.
Paul got him.
Gonna get him though. That's gonna be another win for the Combine.
Looks like they are clawing their way back up from the grave.
Uphill battle, but seems they're going up.
This is a very exciting round. I cannot wait to see whenever the score may be tied. Who knows? It's still anybody's game.
They could
Ward
get
and
this.
Paul going for the op.
Very interesting composition here.
Seems as though the Rebels are getting a little bit complacent in their playstyle. Who knows?
This could be a very expensive round though from the Combine. Mord only down to 1200 for money. Joker getting a little bit hit there, down to 74. Boston trading at mid. Ace doing a very full buy, down to 0, has no money left. Boston's gonna get picked up mid by the op. Maple's gonna rotate. Gravy Boat in T-spawn. He's gonna try and go up for the knife kill possibly. Needs to be very, very careful here. He can be caught out, needs to not make any noise. Missing his shots, but he's gonna pick up the kill. He's gonna rotate down mid. Picking up the op.
Ward taking out Maple.
Mord with the op again.
Bomb down.
And Ace and Gravy mop up these two and get the defusal. They both have kits. Just a matter of getting those kills fast enough. Ward missing his shot.
Joker taking out Gravy Boat and Nexo team killing. Or, well, assisting in that kill.
It is not looking
counting
good for
down.
Ace.
Ace is gonna pull back and save the op. Very good choice. Mord's gonna try and clear bomb site.
Combine once again taking another victory with 6 and 5 with an even round.
Oh, and
Oh!
Joker
Ace is
taking
gonna
Ace's off.
go! That is
a
very
crushing
costly. Very costly for the Rebels losing that op. That would have been amazing to have. They're now running a scout. Looks like several pistols and ump. Gravy taking the CZ. A very interesting choice of gun.
I've seen some mean clips with that CZ before. Not from
You
Gravy.
know what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Does not fuck around.
If anyone
Ward
remembers...
watching mid with the op missing.
Ooh,
Gravy getting taken out by Joker.
Joker, Maple advancing on Joker from the
Mord leading the push with the bomb through Cat to A site. Watching with that op, they have to play this carefully. Paul getting knocked out by Bobson. Can Bobson beat Mord with the op? He's been lethal before.
Looks like Chad is asking for some more Rebel POVs.
My
Oh,
bad.
looks like Bobson nailed Mord.
3v2. Ooh,
Rated.
3v1. And that's going to be a win for the Rebels.
They get Slimy Bobson pulling no punches, wiping out the Combine.
And picking up the op in the process. Very, very good round for the Rebels. Much needed.
Oh, we're going for an op once again.
A lot of guns being traded in the Rebels spawn.
But they're making the most of their money.
Very much so.
If they face a loss here, this is going to be horrible for the economy.
Very terrible for the economy.
May even affect the trout population.
That would be horrifying.
Indeed. The trout population suffering losses for
Very
the longest
sad
time.
to hear that Trout are getting addicted to meth.
Bomb going long towards A.
Oh, Gravy Bowl getting domed by Paul. Ace missing the shot.
Paul doing very well with that op, almost outclassing Mort in this instance.
Hong Kong almost getting taken out, but Maple going for that save.
We have some people
Mord
noting in
going
chat
down to
that
Bobson.
Gravy, being a former IDF soldier, he's in his element here on Dust.
He very much is. This is the IDF. This is his wheelhouse, and it shows by his leading of the score, 13-9.
Bobson's watching. Oh!
Monolith getting absolutely destroyed.
Bobson not playing around anymore, giving the Combine some ground and then putting them back in their place.
8-5 going into round 14.
And looks like Gravy Bowl
Oh,
is
it seems
timed
Gravy's
out.
timed out, and
Green
there
Boat
are
has
timeouts.
timeout. This is going to be bad for the Rebels. They're going to have to fight this in a 4v.
I think this is only going to give Bobson more motivation to wipe the floor like he has in the past 2 rounds.
Very
Oh, and
much.
Combine making a very aggressive full motion for Bob
Only to get mopped up.
2v2 situation.
Joker on 1 HP, Ace and Bobson full with the op and the FAMAS.
planted the bomb. Ace getting down.
2v1 situation. Very, very close. Bobson needs to be careful. Bobson going to pick up the kill.
And it's not enough.
Not enough.
You just can't beat that P90 up close.
That aggressive push almost cost them, but that clutch by Joker.
Last round. Let's see if the Rebels are able to pull out another win, or if the Combine are going to close the gap even more to 8-7.
Mord bringing out the op once again.
That op still very deadly. Hong Kong with the auto. It's going to be a full buy then. Ace running with the Deagle as he has no money. Resource management, another hallmark of CSGO. Buying only what you think is important, not what you want.
And Mord taking out Ace nearly immediately.
Being traded though, Paul going down, 4v4 situation. Looks like it's a long commit. Rebels may need to make the rotation to A site. Moore's going to take out Bobson. One person defending. The rotation is coming. They need to be quick though. They're pushing on a site. Gravyboat's going to get taken out by Joker. Maple and Hong Kong are all that remain.
With the push from Cat by the last 2 Rebels, Maple and Hong Kong. Dropping Thunder. Mord taking out Maple with that op.
Gravyboat is left with no money in his bank.
Doesn't matter. Last round of the half.
Hong Kong needs to do something, but that's going to be it. 8-7, a very close match. Could be anyone's game as we go into the final half of this competition.
This was an amazing comeback by the Combine, almost unexpected.
Very unexpected.
losing hope there, but now it is definitely a lot more even than it looked.
You may just
I
have
think
to
Bob
save
really
your
was really was an integral support that Ace has yet to fill the role of.
Yes. Ace hopefully in the second half
I'm sorry, go ahead.
hopefully Ace in the second half can pull out a couple of stops and deliver the same performance that Bob had going into this match, but still at this point, Ace not living up to the expectations.
Bomb going cat to
At the very
Ace
least,
site.
I'm sure he's providing some excellent emotional support for his team.
We're taking down Crazy Boat at mid, going for the flank.
He's whipping his shots.
This is a 2v2 situation.
Left on
You
two.
won, but it's
V1.
moored. See.
Ace very low, but I
Lord.
think this is going to be a win for the Rebels. Ace very out. That's going to be a win. Tied 8-8.
With those shots being whiffed was very, very disappointing on Ace's part.
Ace is trying his best. I can
I
appreciate
understand.
that.
Well, you cannot excuse that fact. It's still anyone's game. They may pull through. Who knows? And Bobson buying the Tech 9. I've been kicked
Bobson.
into inactivity. I apologize.
Bobson doing the iconic Tech 9 Rush B. Most favored by Eastern Europeans and Russians alike. But is that going to be enough? It's cleaning up the Rebels. 3v4, more going down. That M4 is gone. They're going to get that picked up. Bomb's going to get planted. Swag 7 and shotguns on the Combine. 2v2, 2v1. Ace is down and that bomb is going to be able to be defused. Combine, take the lead in round 17.
Very excited.
I almost can't believe what I'm
Combine
seeing.
came back.
It's
This
an
is
insane
incredible.
pullback.
Well, man, you may just have to save your $20 on that Baja Blast.
Yeah, you're goddamn right I will.
Who knows? We can't bank on it. It's still anybody's game. Rebels can pull through. Maybe Ace can take the clutch. Maple, Bobson, Hong Kong. Who knows?
Rebels doing a very expensive buy round, picking up 4 AKs, 1 scout. Hong Kong going to try and get that mid pick, but Mord's going to trade. 43 though, did some damage. Rebels going to push long A. They're going to be
Bobson.
meted by Monolith with the shotgun.
Bobson left
Monolith
very
Grid
careful.
Commander, will he have the same practice that Bob did with the Mag 7? The Swag 7? Not that Monolith is using the Swag 7, no, I'm not completely daft, but that's what Bob...
Monolith holding that corner. Rebels trying to figure out what they want to do. Gravy moving mid, picking Joker. Mord holding that mid. Gravy with the AK.
Monolith pulling
5v4.
back towards A. It seems that Rebels are going mid.
Gravy going for that mid. Gonna trade for Mord. 3v3 situation. Gonna do another trade there. 2v1. Bobson needs to pick up some kills here. Needs to watch that mid. Gonna get one. But it's not gonna be enough.
Rebels are not
Combine.
in a good position here.
Putting up 5 wins in a row, clawing themselves back from a crushing first couple of rounds.
I am very proud of the Combine here, but we cannot excuse the Rebels' performance. It is, again, still anybody's game.
8-10 as we go into the 19th round.
Not much of a buy on Rebel side.
Only a couple of MAC 10s. This is going to be a very, very costly round. They need to pick up some guns from the CT side to save their economy. But we're not sure if it's going to be enough. Paul with the Negev. Nexo.
and
Just
melted
God!
everybody!
an
Oh
absolute
my god!
Just
Leaning up.
eviscerated. Wiped from this earth.
How
Dead.
fast is that?
Rebels getting sloppy. They need to do something and change their game plan if they're going to be able to secure this win from the Combine.
That was just the
Combine.
meat grinder.
Combine 5 rounds from claiming the win. Rebels need to pull out some strings to win this.
Rebels
8
going
rounds.
for the long push, hardcore. They've left the bomb though.
very
Combine
unique
didn't
and interesting.
anticipate push. We're going around for a flank.
Hong Kong getting
Maple
flashed.
doubling back, likely to grab that bomb.
Bomb's gonna be picked up.
Committing back
Rotation.
to long towards A. CT's moving in. Can Mord get all 4 of them?
We've seen him do it
4-1.
before.
We've seen it. He can do it again. There's 1. 3 to go. Mord with the AK. Defending bomb site, but it's not gonna be enough. Hong Kong's gonna pick up that win and hopefully get the bomb planted for that extra cash.
And he has
It's not gonna be a
a
time.
win streak for the Combine.
9-11. Again, you love to see it.
Yes, I love 9/11.
Let's see how the Rebels can pull back. They have a pretty stacked lineup. 4 AKs, 1 rifle. Ace watching mid. He's gonna get out-sniped by Mord, though, dealing a decent amount of damage, though, in the process. Mord's gotta be careful. Monolith getting traded to 48. 4v5.
More on 19 health with the up. Very.
Monolith getting that flash. Gravy's gonna push in and trade.
Combine making the rotation. Can't decide if they want to abandon mid and go for A. Spread themselves out pretty evenly.
Paul possibly watching for a potential B-site rotation. They are looking to make a cat rotation, trying to flank them. Bobson holding back to see it in case they do push. Joker pushing to mid. Thunder following suit. They are going to make that B-site rotation. Monolith pushing through long. The rotation's been called. Paul's going to need help. He's going to get capitalized on. They're going to be very close.
Maple
Rotation
moving
been called.
to B-site, taking... Ooh! Nasty headshot from Mord there.
3v4. Bobson needs to watch out. He's going to get collapsed on from behind. The flash is in. Bobson's down. The flame. 1-to-1. Oh my god. Gravy did it. Gravy securing another win for the Rebels, bringing the margin closer. 10-11.
I can't believe it's still anybody's game at this point.
Rebels getting closer to possibly getting it tied and possibly getting a win. They only need 6 more rounds. Combine 5.
Very aggressive push by Mord, Monolith, and Thunder. Onto Gravy Boat, converging. Oh! And god damn it.
Absolutely risky push from Combine. Mord and Monolith going down. Gravy Boat mopping up all 3 of them.
2-4. Oh my god! Combine losing their momentum they had.
Absolutely
Giving up.
slaughtered.
3 rounds after a 6-round pull. Tied 11-11.
I can't believe it, but this may go to a tie.
Thunder and Sandstorm coming in with Negevs. Nice equipment won't matter with sloppy plays like last round.
Oh,
He's
Ace
surviving
hitting
that.
Mord in the foot.
19.
Gravy almost Molotoving himself.
Monolith and Joker holding the long push. Hong Kong rotating cat. Bobson rotating through CT. Gonna be a mid push, it looks like. Paul by himself on B site. Paul needs to be careful. Paul goes down. The rotation begins. Monolith pushing through CT. Gravy's gonna meet him. Thunder picking up the kill. Gravy going for the knife on Monolith! 4-2! Gravy trading! Joker, all that remains with the Swag 7. Can he get it? Waiting for the fire to dissipate. Hong Kong watching towards the B-site rotation. 4-2-1. Joker taking it very calmly.
Doesn't matter how he plays it, he's got no kit and that clock is ticking. This is a round.
Combine are
Rebels.
going to give this up. Rebels are going to pull a win, bringing it to a 4-win streak. 12-11. Very close to the end of the game here, but again, as we've seen in this game so far, it is still anyone's game.
I might have 2 Negevs.
Thunder
2
and
Negevs.
3
Sandstorm
Negevs.
without
3
any
Negevs
addition.
and a swag. This is going to be an
3
interesting
Negevs,
play.
2 shotguns.
Very interesting play here by the Combine.
Either going to win the game for them or this is going to lose it.
This is a very costly move. More down to 31. Hong Kong picking up Monolith in that engagement. Joker rotating to A site. It looks like it's going to be a long A commit. Thunder watching long. Thunder getting a little bit lit up there. Maple is rotating. Ace still watching mid. Gravy all the way by B site. Bobson pushing up on long. Getting a couple hits on Thunder.
That Negev pushing him right back down into cover.
Spray firing. Can't get out there. Bobson gonna try and push now under the cover of night. Down to one person.
7, not
That
enough.
was a costly round for the Combine. 13-11. Rebels putting up a 5-win streak. They are 3 rounds away from a win. Can the Combine pull it back, or will they give it up to the Rebels? We
I might
begin.
have 2 Negevs again. I'm not sure if they're learning from their mistakes.
2 Negevs, 1 op, a couple of rifles. This is going to be another costly round. Joker sitting on 3,000. The rest of the Combine sitting sub 1,000.
Rebels going for that push again.
We're going to get
from
one
long.
trade. Gravy goes down.
Ace once again watching mid with that op, the bomb circling mid.
The Negev strat proving to possibly be effective for Lang, suppressing fire. That's going to be a trade, but Mord's going to go down in the process. 3v3 situation. Op, M4, and a Negev. Paul watching mid, engaging with Ace. Hong Kong pushing into assist.
Bomb creeping
Ace.
towards B site.
Whiffing the shots. The B-side rotation has begun. Hong Kong pushing through mid. Monolith is watching mid, though. He needs to be careful. Joker watching Cat. Paul all by himself. He's going to get the bomb down, though, but he's going to go down in the process. A 2v2 situation. M4, AK. Op and op. Hong Kong going to try
Monolith
and
going
block.
down.
All that remains is Joker with the op. The bomb's going to go down. Rebels only have to hold Combine with an op. Must pull it out. Joker pitching mid, being very careful. Both are on B bomb site. Joker gonna go for
Joker
flash.
having no kit. I don't know if he can pull this one back.
That is true. This is gonna be a win for the Rebels, but hopefully try and get rid of some of their arsenal. It's just not gonna be enough though. Rebels pulling out a 6-win victory. But will the Combine stop them like the Rebels stopped theirs? 2 rounds for the Rebels until they win.
Thunder once again going with the Negev.
Combine needs to pull out 5 wins here. Or 6.
Joker, Mort, and Paul very aggressively pushing B.
The Negev strat still in play. Swag 7, shotgun down. Gravy goes down 2.
2 Negevs and a
4v3.
Hamas. I don't like Combine odds here.
I don't either. They only have 1 defusal kit. If Paul goes down, Rebels just need to plant, and that's a win. Thunder goes down. 2v4 situation. Monolith rotating to A site. Paul rotating mid. Paul watching mid. You need to be very careful here. Paul needs to stay alive if that bomb gets planted. If Paul goes down, it's game over for the Combine this round. That's a flash. Hong Kong's gonna pick up Monolith. Paul is all that remains. Paul's gonna see, he's gonna start spraying. But that's not gonna be enough. Rebels are 1 victory away from taking the match and taking this showcase competition. Match point, gentlemen.
Combine
What
can
can the
still tie
Combine-
this up, but they can't win.
What can the Combine do to bring this to a match? Just a tie. How are they gonna do it?
Looks like they're going to use a Negev once again.
A Negev, the Negev strat. FAMAS, P90 in the hands of Thunder. Ace is gonna go down to Mord. That's effective. Scout doing his work. Hong Kong's gonna pick up a kill on Monolith though. Mord peeking mid. 4v4. Joker's gonna go for that mid. He's gonna take out Hong Kong. He's gonna get traded though in the process. 3v3 situation.
Maple pushing with bomb up towards long, going for the A plant.
Thunder running into Bobson. Bobson's gonna get picked up by Thunder. Maple's gonna get
Thunder.
converged on, possibly. Maple being very careful, watching the opening. Thunder's gotta be careful too. Watches 6. Ooh, 2v2 situation. Gravy and Maple are all that remain for the Rebels to pull this win. It looks like they're gonna begin a rotation through CT. They're gonna be met up with Paul, who is gonna take it. More sitting on A site. Is Paul gonna be ready? Paul's gonna take one. Paul's gonna take it! Paul securing a win for the Combine. Pushing it closer to
the Negev.
the Negev pulled through this time.
Negev plea, Negev plea, Negev plea.
Thunder
Ace.
audibly celebrating.
A very, very tense round for the Combine. I'm sure they are on their toes right now. They need to play this very carefully.
Yes. Rebels looking to make a potential mid-push. Hong Kong suppressing fire on the gates. Ravenloft's going to go down to Joker. Combine are going to try and push this to a tie. Rebels need to be careful, though. Not make any roof mistakes. Joker's going to go down. This looks like it's going to be a B-side rotation. Paul looking towards mid. Monolith joining him. Hong Kong sitting at the gates. Paul's going to push into bomb site,
he's
though.
anticipating. If he get in the right position here, he can get them both with the Negev.
And he can. Paul's just got to lay suppressing fire. Monolith is in the gates. Paul's going to pick up one. Paul's going to go down. It's going to be a trade. 1v2. Can Bobson pull the win out for the Rebels? He's got the AK. He's going to watch the gates. He's got to watch out for that rotation through the gates, though.
What is Monolith?
It's not going to be enough. 15 to 13. We are getting very closer to a tie.
This is anybody's game. Very surprising.
What a fitting end that would be if this ended in a tie.
Bobson being very, very just not game sense, not watching for that rotation, getting out of the way. That was costly for that round. That could have been a victory if he was just a little bit more careful.
I
It's like
cannot
Sandstorm is
imagine
committed to the Negev.
The Rebels making a very strong commit to that long push. Mord waiting for them.
Or getting a good.
A bunch of flashes going out.
and
They're gonna pick
dead.
up Mord. That rotation's begun. Monolith's gonna pick mid. He needs to be careful. The entire Rebel team is waiting there for them. The smoke goes out. Engaging of gunfire is gonna happen. Hong Kong's gonna go down. Monolith is gonna go down. 4v3
Joker
situation.
going for the long flank, pushing
Bring it
up
down.
towards A.
3v3. Thunder's gonna pick up 2 with it.
Shit up with that P90, but he goes
Thunder
down.
Paul
It's
down.
gonna be a 2v1. Can Joker save this?
And
It's
Rebels
not.
have won
And
the
the
game.
Rebels are gonna take the win on Dust 2. 2-1. An absolutely amazing game from both parties. What a match. What an
I'm
absolute
too drunk
match.
for this. I drank too much.
Thunder saying he drank a little too much, but still, what an amazing game. Both sides excelling phenomenally. Just some amazing Counter-Strike. All down to the wire on that Dust 2 match. Very, very close. Just an absolute insane and just amazing win.
Well, Mint. You
Combine $20 of blast.
That is a win for the Rebels on Dust 2.
What a
Just-
very, very surprising round.
It was very interesting to watch all the way up until the last final rounds. The Rebels pulling out a 6-game win, but almost there, giving it up to a match point, but they pulled it out in the end with that final kill. Just some amazing Counter-Strike to watch there. Absolutely phenomenal. So now we're gonna go ahead and start doing some just post-game analysis. Just talk about this amazing series that happened. Just This was amazing to watch. I'm glad we had just this amazing lineup of people. It was, Mord in the beginning popped off insanely with that op on Nuke, just doming heads left and right, obviously carrying that match for the entire Combine. But the one thing that I saw was once we got into Mirage, it was a complete 180. Rebels coming out and just through the gate pushing. It almost seemed like Combine went into this match, expecting a pretty easy win when it came out to just being, almost a sweep. And then finally in that last match on Dust 2, an iconic map, we saw the Rebels come out and almost give it up to a tie, but it was a win. So just guys, that was just some amazing Counter-Strike to watch. It was insane.
That was
unbelievable.
I don't think we could have had a better game if we tried. From Mord's insane plays in round 1 on Nuke, moving on to Rebels absolutely dominating in the second game, to a down to the wire photo finish at the end. I can't believe it.
I'm still in shock. Just the amazing level of Counter-Strike we saw here today. It was some of the finest we've seen. Now I think the first person we're gonna interview is we're gonna talk to believe it's gonna be we'll talk to looks like Bobson first. Just get his take on the events from just that second match. So if you want to get Bobson in here for me. Maybe. Joe, can you pull him in here, maybe?
I don't have permits. We'd have to get Gravy to do that.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, you know what? We'll go join the rest of the team in the general chat. So let's hop in there. We are live for the post-game show. I want to thank everyone for their just.
Right now.
I want to thank everyone for the showmanship and the overall team play that we saw. Now we want to talk to Bobson first. Bobson, that game 2 on Mirage, phenomenal, insane. How'd you do it?
Honestly, I just was mad after that first game. I just fucking was. I'm not saying I was sweating. Actually, I am, but just that second game, Mirage is always a hit or miss map with me. Either I have a horrible game, or just something happens that we just fall apart completely. But that game, I was really just in the zone.
You just took that sense of vigor and just knowing that you guys basically got steamrolled in that first round and used it to fuel the second round. Phenomenal. There was a lot of good plays on there. It seemed like you were almost the one doing the shot calling there. It was just so orchestrated well.
It was me and Gravy, for sure. Gravy and I were the main voices in the team. I feel like he was louder than me in terms of just sheer volume, I feel. But Gravy still did a lot of good calls. We couldn't have done it without Gravy, for sure. Me and Gravy, we kept
that's good. Now, Gravy, I want to talk to you a little bit. Going into this competition, we had a lot of people say that, maybe you're not all that out that's meant to be. Maybe, you don't got it in you. What do you got to say to those people now?
I don't know. I mean, I think this was a big team effort. It was definitely not one player, and people weren't ready for this match. Many people thought it was gonna be a steamroll, one-sided, but obviously it wasn't. It was a very, very good game, even though it was difficult with the ping. But I mean, it was a really fun match. I mean, Bobson said it all. It was
Very
really
close.
funny. The team played
Very
well.
close very close all the way to the end.
I don't think anyone
Now-
expected the game this close.
Now, Paul, we were very we wanted to talk to you about your choice of weapon, the Negev. the Negev. What made you want to pick the Negev? It was a common gun of choice, and it seemed like in those past couple of games, it was just steamrolling almost.
Well, I have to say, I'm pretty experienced with the Negev.
I think we saw that.
We saw a stat check.
Yeah, and I have tried a bunch of weapons like the AWP, M4s, AKs, but yeah, because of the ping, it made it harder to like peek and stuff. And I just thought, what am I going to lose when I go Negev? So yeah, I got myself by surprise by at the one end of the round where I got both of them in despawn.
That was insane to watch too.
Dude, okay,
Saved
if
you
I may,
guys. Go ahead.
I
Buffs.
was like so mad that you were there. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad that happened.
An excellent rotation.
I respect, honestly, like I respect your Negev. Like you, like it's a joke gun for a lot of people, but honestly, you fucking rocked it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say,
I was afraid peeking it.
yeah, we were having a very difficult time with the Negev, especially on
play
Dust.
around you.
Yeah, it was like when we were playing behind car on B with the Negev, and we were like, okay, how do we approach this? It's gotta be behind car. Just pre-fire that shit. And even then, I think you got like a 4K once when we eco-rushed B.
Yeah. By the way,
So,
I got two of you with that 4K when I was completely blinded. I couldn't see anything. I just sprayed and prayed.
Yeah, Mirage as well.
Yeah, every time we pushed tons on B, I was just praying to God that you weren't holding car. You shredded us so many times.
But yeah, you guys did excellent, and yeah.
By the way, no one's hearing us on the live stream.
What? What?
No one hears us.
No, they can. They can.
Oh my god!
No, Ace, they can hear. Shut up, God.
Any legit said, okay, the car is.
The stream wasn't showing up, Ace. Like it wasn't showing up on the stream.
Oh,
Hear it.
Yeah, they can hear us. We just
Okay. Anyways,
trying to get the fucking call to
now,
show up.
I'm very Mord.
Yeah.
When?
Nuke went very well for you. That op, we were talking about it. You were deadly. Just it was insane. Icing heads everywhere you went. But we did comment that it almost seemed like it was a one-trick pony. What do you got to say to that? Are you gonna try and focus on more maps, or are you a Nuke ride or dyer because of Franz J?
Yeah, I do. Well, I did start playing Nuke because I liked watching Franz J videos, but I don't know. I just like playing the map way more than pretty much any other map. Like, I just tend to have more fun playing on Nuke, so that's why I only ever play it. But I thought I did fine on Dust 2. I've played Dust 2 a shit ton. Like, I know that map. Mirage, I've played less than Dust 2, and I don't know, I was doing kind of shit. I just wasn't really... I stopped drinking. I didn't have a monster for that game. I think that's why I was doing shit, actually. I had the
monster's what helped pull you through then?
Yeah, I think it helped me,
it chugged way too many.
We should get him to sponsor the next match.
Great idea.
We'll make some calls to see if we can. Now I see Bob, you're in here. The Swag 7.
You got a fucking collat on long with that fucking thing. I was impressed.
The Swag 7.
That thing was
we just can we hear a couple things just about the Swag 7 and just you performed very well with it as we could see, but what made you want to pick that gun?
Well, I mean the Swag 7 is only $1,300, and if you're close with somebody, it'll literally one-shot them, even if they're sort of far away.
I'm gonna say we saw that dual headshot. I believe it was on. I want to say Dust maybe. So just
it was me and he killed me and Mord. He literally killed the two people that were on the top of the scoreboard with one shot. What a lad!
Yeah,
you love to see
Bob
it.
had to leave pretty early on in Dust 2. However, I don't think we would have won without his early game just slaughter, honestly.
Now, I think one of the highlights of the match, Joker IP banned 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that was or how it happened, but I do not know.
He's too good. He's too
We
good.
had to take a bunch of timeouts. So
I'm really sorry about
The
that.
console took a skill
it's all
issue.
good. It's all
I don't
good.
know. Maybe
Fun match.
maybe
Yeah,
I
I mean-
was cheating. I don't know. Possibly.
My shit crashed. I accidentally bought an AUG during one of the test 2 rounds, and my shit just fucking froze, and my PC went ape shit.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
I was wondering why you were just staring at the wall.
Yeah.
But I crashed like twice in Nuke. Every time I went outside, so
Oh, yeah, you crashed too once. I saw that.
Okay.
Fucker.
Go ahead, Thunder.
I need some water.
Oh, go ahead. Get some
Yeah,
water.
I was fucking parched after game 1. I had to grab some water.
Tell me about it, Bobson. God.
Unless the commentators have anything else to add.
I think it's because
Uh,
my blood sugar actually ended up going high.
Oh.
Like I don't know, like when the. Well, yeah, it's like right when we were starting to play, my blood sugar started going up high, and when my blood sugar's high, I get thirstier, so I had to fucking. So maybe that's why I played so well in Mirage.
Who knows?
I will say, Murtos,
What's up?
obviously, I was supposed to be for all 3 matches, but
Yeah, you kind of overslept. Yeah, we know. We saw.
Bob replaced me for a bit, but I'm glad I got to play in the end.
That's good.
I mean, I just like to say,
I got the op, so that was fun.
welcome your new LA lead, Hong Kong.
Let's go.
Ace is no longer the LA lead.
There we go.
This was a nice test of that. Now, Maple, you did very well that game. You had a couple of good scout shots, especially on Mirage there. How do you think your performance was this game on just your standards?
On Dust 2?
In the game entirely, just all across the series.
I feel like I'm usually the one bottom fragging, but like I could always go for mid frags. I've always wanted to like play more of a support. Like if I'm like there for needed for help, then I'm always there. Like Scout's definitely best eco, definitely best jump shots and best accuracy. I like it better than the op. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I had a phase like that as well.
All right.
I think scouting.
I think the last bit we've got really, I think, is Mr. Definitive Networks CvR President Extraordinaire Sentinel has an MVP award to give out from management, so I will pass the floor over to him.
Well, besides the fact that the winners are getting, I believe, 25k, and the losers are getting 12.5k, the MVP is getting 100k. I didn't tell any of you this because I didn't want to make you like solo too much. Obviously, it's Mord because he aced like 3 times on Nuke.
Yes, agreed.
48 kills, baby.
You lost, but you lost.
Mord's probably gonna hurt after the carrying. He carried every single round.
Yeah.
Mord, you had some just amazing just aces on there, and I highly encourage people, if you were not here for the entire match, to go back to the Nuke matches and just watch. They were some of the just insane aces that I have seen in Counter-Strike in my entirety. So, everybody, round of applause for that too. You did vent the knife kill, you imposter Susamogus. Had to get that in there. So, everybody, give a round of applause for Mord for getting that MVP award. Everybody, give a round of applause.
Yeah, good job.
Congratulations.
Why? Dude, I was on the edge of my seat during that first round. Holy shit!
I actually fell off my seat during Mirage.
Yeah, I remember that.
I actually fell off my seat because I got because you guys literally jump scared me because you weren't there, and then all of a sudden when I peeked apps again,
FNAF
you guys were
jump
suddenly there, and that gave me such a scare that I literally actually fell off my chair.
That's good.
Well, gentlemen, I heard that sound. Gentlemen, and everybody watching in the audience, thank you for joining us for this inaugural tournament. We hope that we can host more in the future, and if possible, even maybe expand it to the community members themselves and not just the COs. So keep an eye out in announcements channels in the future for any further news on a potential new tournament. If you have any ideas for tournaments and you have the ability to kind of help with hosting them, please let us know. I'm not sure who you should contact, maybe Kenny, but let us know. And unless anybody else or the casters has some final comments to make, go ahead.
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead, Gravy.
Well, first of all, thanks everyone for joining. Surprisingly, this wasn't that as hard as I expected it to plan. It wasn't for the server issues last weekend. It should have happened last weekend, but obviously this was a great success. We've had like 50 viewers watching, according to what I heard. So that was great. I'm gonna probably work on the next event, perhaps being a TF2 tournament. We'll have to see how we set up the servers and obviously test beforehand. So keep an eye out for that.
Sigma has a TF2 server. He might be able to just host it.
Really?
Perfect.
Well,
Also,
great.
can I just
There
say
you go.
something?
Go ahead, Thunder.
Just please don't ban drinking. Thank you. I made a bet.
Take a shot
How
whenever
much
you
did you
die.
drink?
How much did
Okay.
you drink? Yeah.
I made a bet with someone. I don't know if you paid attention.
He was blackout drunk.
No, I don't know if you paid attention, but I was using mostly P90s and like negatives and shit. Yeah.
We every P90, and you were pretty good with the P90.
Every time I got a kill with the P90, I had to drink a shot. And every time I died, without getting a kill, I had to drink 2 shots.
Oh no.
So I drank half a bottle of rum.
Nice.
Which is pretty much the only thing I have besides vodka. So,
well,
thank God it wasn't vodka.
Let me remind you, the kids watching, so please drink responsibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't play with P90.
But one thing
But,
probably
yeah.
from me and Gravy, lag sucks.
Yeah, thing sucks. But I mean, it is what it is when you're in a server filled with Americans, you know.
And I'd like to.
CSGO lag is scared.
I'd like to.
I want to give a big shout out to Izo. Big shout out.
Big shout out to South
I won't be here without Izo, so.
Yeah.
And also one final thanks to Ice Pack for setting up the server to host. And
yeah, can't forget
I was
that. Yeah.
playing 2 rounds like.
And
Yeah.
I'd like
Can I
to,
say something?
I'd like to apologize for the constant disconnecting. I kind of got caught up in the match. So it was completely my fault.
and it was too invested in the game.
Yes.
So
I do have one thing to thank you guys.
Now, Kenny, where's my money?
Yeah.
Won't get any money.
Plenty of people are going to be expecting their cash.
you're not the only one.
Why
Billy.
is Woodman here?
I don't
Hey,
know.
can I
Get him out of here.
Get out.
Can I say
Go
something
away.
before I disconnect real quick?
Oh wait. Let's go ahead, Thunder.
I want to thank all of you, the people who actually played, because as Gravy Boat said, right, it wasn't very hard to set up, and I believe the case for that was because you had people like you guys who actually took the time to were invested in actually, oh, I'm gonna join, and didn't make his time harder to deal with it. So I just want to thank for everyone who participated. Even with the rumors that stuff was one-sided and etc., people still came up to join. And that's it. I really enjoy seeing events happening inside the community of CVR because it allows us to be more than just kill each other in game. Yeah.
This is what makes
That's
the
it.
community.
Thank you.
It isn't the server itself. It's the people. It's the people. And I couldn't be more proud to play Gary's mod and waste my life away on CVR.
Yes, absolutely.
Letting
All right, now I'm gonna lay down because I'm having
go.
problem speaking. See ya.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thunder.
All right.
And Mint, you
Thank
gonna
you.
buy that Baja Blast and you gonna send a picture to us?
Yeah, I guess I'll send you a photo, Kenny. So demanding.
Just one
So unhappy.
Well done with those headshots, even though your ping was like mine.
Alright.
You pulled some mad headshots there.
Joe, Kenny, Mint, any final comments before we close it out for the day?
Feedback. If you watched this event and you have something to say, be it some praises or some tips for what we could do differently, some things we could do better at. The only way we're going to get better is if we know what we did wrong. So submit some DMs to any of us casters or any of us who helped facilitate this event so we can do better next time. Overall, what makes this event happen, what makes it good, is the community that supports it. The people who come and play, the people who come and watch. It's shown that we have the ability to overcome technical difficulties as well as people's terrible sleep schedules in order to make some magic happen. So once again, feedback. And just overall, let's keep this good attitude, and hopefully we can continue some successful and enjoyable community events in the future. That's all from me.
Joe, do you have any comments?
I think the match speaks for itself. Really, that was incredible. I have nothing more to say.
Yeah.
And Kenny, do you have any final comments?
Not really, no. All I can say is that if I tried.
So wise, Kenny.
Yeah,
so
You did the thing. Yeah, thank you for your words, Kenny.
Kenny, thank you for the camera work as
Rebel
well.
win,
Round of applause for the camera work.
I tried. This is my first time casting a CSGO tournament. I was real fucking nervous. But I did my best. Especially due to that fucking horrible streaming preparation. I'd like to thank Sticky for helping me with that. And frankly...
My sheets are sticky. The Canadian in the north. We appreciate you.
A shout out to Charles, his cat.
Charles as well, Sir Charles of House Toronto. We appreciate your service.
I'd like to say one more thing. If you sat during this entire CSGO tournament, don't be afraid to get up and go walk around a little bit, do some squats, because I feel like shit right now just sitting for at least like almost an hour on end. I gotta do physical activity.
Sitting so much.
Alright, well, gentlemen, this concludes the inaugural CvR CSGO tournament. We look forward to future events. Signing off from Definitive Networks World Headquarters. My name is Muertos. We'll see you next time.
My name is Kenny McCoy.
Bye-bye.
Join Shield.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ace, for oversleeping.
Sentinel Club's baby seals.
I overslept, okay?
You did oversleep.
Yeah, Ace,
I wouldn't have been able to play, so...
Alright, motherfuckers, this stream is ending. Go